Forests abound, a few scattered glades and clearings where people make their home. You have been commissioned by one Memphis Cadwallader, a very wealthy gnome, to track down a few items located in Salazar Glum. A glade, if you consult your maps, in the bottom right-hand corner of the...
It's not labelled, I'm sorry.
It's not. It's just near Carathungal.
Yeah.
Carathungal being the stage that the glade resides in. We are currently in the Glade of Orion. You see the ship in the Grim Sea right in the middle. I think it's the tower just slightly below the ship to the left. We are there. You are currently... You've sorted out some business there, lots of stuff going on with witches and hags, but that's not terribly important just this minute. Right now, you are looking for transport. You're attempting to get out of this glade and onto the sea, down past the gates of Misclap, and on to Go Back, which is the glade just outside of Salazar Glum.
So we're not at Salazar Glum yet?
No, not yet, but you're heading
here. So
you're currently
all the way down here.
You've got to get through the bridge, the canal, not canal,
port?
No, sorry, it is canal. Yeah, the canal city of Misclap, and then to the docks of Go Back, and then onwards to Salazar Glum. So a few more little stops.
The perfect spot for a side quest. Really.
Absolutely, the perfect spot for a side quest. We're going to start last time, just before we left off. Someone, and I think it was David, had the very practical idea to go, hey, can I just go ask around for a ship somewhere to hire?
Yeah.
And rolled well enough that he did indeed find someone. Now, Dorian Sanders had to go away but he left you the name Billy Bones at Auntie's Scones, a local fisherman's bar. So we will open up right in there when we get started, but quickly beforehand, try to get some
Auntie's Scones?
Auntie's Scones. As in scones belonging to Auntie. Or Auntie Scones, if you prefer.
No, we're refined people here.
Absolutely. So, hero point question. Who's your character? Just quickly remind us all. And then, what's something that happened to them in the woods that was not very nice? Who'd like to go first?
I'll go first. So Sibylla, something not very nice that happened in the woods. I couldn't pick out a single incident. However, what's interesting about Sibylla, or what's unique, is that she feels at home in the woods. She doesn't like being in a town.
Yeah, there'd not be a lot of people who feel like
being a witch. So whenever she gets to the woods, it's like the sanctuary.
Oh, I love
she
that.
got home. So if we talk about bad experiences, it's probably more getting to the woods, being chased by people with pitchforks going, the witch, kill the witch! And, so she barely escapes to the... So probably just hiding in the tree roots, like Bilbo, Frodo, etc. As the Dark Riders go, it's the angry mob. And
caterpillars doing some weird things.
Yeah, potentially. But the caterpillars don't bother her. She's fine with the caterpillars. She'll probably eat the caterpillars, but it's everyone else. So it's a bit of a reverse.
That's good fun. Usually it would be the Fae that feel comfortable in the woods and the rest of us not so much. But if you live there long enough, the woods can accept you as one of their own. Have a hero point. Do we remember how
2 hero points, wasn't it?
No,
did we go back
we
to
cut
1?
back to 1 hero point.
Yeah,
Do
lovely.
you remember how the hero points work?
Yeah.
Isn't it like a free hit, basically?
Not quite.
Reroll.
It's
Free
you roll
reroll.
again, and then if you roll under a 10, you add 10. So if you roll a 9 or less, you add 10.
That's right.
Awesome. Who's next? Who's haven't been looking this way?
Yeah, okay.
You really have been
You can't
teaching us.
After, not long after the incident at the what's her name's place, the
Hodgson Brothers?
the Hodgson Brothers place, where
Yep.
people
Food.
assumed I murdered him.
Mm-hmm.
I ran into the woods for refuge and to try to get away from the people, and ran into the huntsman who nearly tried to kill me for something my brother did, but he thought it was me. And
That's
so
cool.
there was a misunderstanding. I tried to tell him that it wasn't me, and it was different. He wasn't having it. He just tried to kill me, so I had to run away again. Just as I thought I was getting away to safety in the woods. I was alas in more danger. Out of the frying pan into the fire kind of thing.
Good fun. And who knows if the woodsman will show up again sometime.
I like it.
Have a hero point.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mordred.
Sorry.
Well, Mordred's entire childhood was in the woods, so it was all just a bad time. But apart from that, he has a very strong memory of once going out to fetch some firewood and coming across a dead body in the woods of a Camelot soldier that was being eaten by carrion birds, by ravens and crows who just stood and watched him as he went past. And that vision still haunts him.
Very creepy.
Yeah.
Happy to report.
Thank you.
And Drizella.
So worst thing that ever happened in the woods was just after the events of the ball and the house being dismantled, ransacked, unclear exactly.
Yeah.
And she disappeared off, and not deep into the woods, but sort of into the woods around where she.
Around
So not deep into the woods at all, and and trying to work out what was going on, and she. There was a child lost and crying and lost, and she didn't try to eat them, murder them, or do anything of those things.
I'm glad.
Thank you. She went to try and help this lost child in the woods and sort of point them back in the direction, and they screamed and were terrified and ran further off into the woods, and that was when she really realised quite how hideous and that she would not be able to return back to sort of society as she'd known her.
That's so sad.
Yeah,
I love it. All right. Well, we're going to open directly.
I didn't kill the child.
You didn't kill
That's like, it's like character regression.
Yeah.
Now I would just kill the child.
Yeah.
But back then, before I was broken,
You were kind.
there was a moment. They broke me, that
Somewhere
child.
there's some heart.
No,
No?
no. That child broke me.
Oh, goodness me. Very sad. Very sad. Okay, so we open in a not seedy, but certainly like slightly run down sailor bar. The sound of the waves on the port can still be heard outside. The hustle and bustle of the Orient Glade. The smell of slightly soured ale and stewed meats. Sweat and salt as people go about their business. The blockade that was harbouring this city has just been lifted. So there's lots of ships leaving today. Unclear where many of them are going. And Darian has given you the name of someone who can help you.
Mm-hmm.
And we open with them 3/4 of the way through their second beer that they have not paid for, as they scunt. An older man, kind of greying hair, very sweaty in the face, tanned skin. His arms covered in tattoos of anchors and chains and wheels and ships and mermaids and all that sort of stuff. As he finishes the second, letting out a mighty belch, clapping the glass on the table floor, turns to you all and says, "Yeah, I know a ship. I could get you on there if you like. First mate's an old friend of mine, owes me a favour."
Kind of look like he's like 15 beers down.
Yeah.
I will tell
Looks
you.
like Sammy Hager.
He is.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
he does.
without needing any sort of perception check
Getting
or
into the
anything.
zone.
This man is intoxicated.
This man is this is not
Yeah,
the
he
second
does.
beer he's drunk today. He is having a hearty celebration.
Can I prestidigitation and just clean him up a little bit?
Give me a spell attack roll just to see how effective it is.
Cheeky.
Not to attack, but to attack.
Oh, Mordred's back, baby. That's a 12.
You try. The spell just simply fails. It just kind of slides off in like.
There's so much grime.
There's just so much grime.
I rolled a 2 for my first roll of the night.
This guy has still got muck on his face from when he was up north in Camelot, 20 years ago.
Mm.
He is not exactly clean or tidy.
He's one of those guys that's scared of bacon.
Little bit.
Well, failing to do that, Mordred will say, who's this first mate of yours?
So he says, Jameson, I know this, but he prefers by Arrow. Arrow he goes by. He's a first mate to the Hispaniola, docked in court. Private journey, heading down south as I hear it. Your friend said you were off Misclap way. Now, you listen to Billy here. I got to tell him to tell you. Every ship will be leaving these waters today. There'll be more pirates out beyond that horizon today than there's been in 6 months on these waters. And they will try to board and rob every single ship that leaves this harbour. When you go, you want to be on that fancy red one that left an hour or two ago, or something that's got cannons. And the Hispaniola has cannons. It has got the weight to stand up to a pirate attack.
Sounds good.
Are you suggesting that we're going to kill the enemy pirates?
I haven't the foggiest what you're going to do. But they're going to be stealing.
Pirates.
They're going to be trying to steal your gold.
I mean, it's all a point of view, really. They're just repossessing property. From a certain point of view, property is theft. No, Mordred's not suddenly a socialist.
That's my thing.
Yeah, I can't steal that. Surely piracy should be your kind of...
No.
You see, he says, now,
Hey, criminals and should go to the gulag.
I know a lot of people in this dock, but I'd like to help you all out. All I need you to do is take something aboard for me. Give it to the captain in confidence.
What do you want us to take?
You see, he shuffles around his back pocket and pulls out sort of like a folded piece of leather. Something you would keep an envelope or a bit of paper and slams it on the table, slides it over to the four of you. He says, it's not sealed, but that's some private matter between me and old Smolly. I like people handling my affairs.
May I ask, why don't you just hand it to him yourself?
You see, he kind of just looks around the bar and he says, it's a nice place, I'm very comfortable. Kind of stares in the middle distance for a couple of seconds longer than you'd expect and goes, and besides, he's not due to turn up, he never turns up early, and I have places to be. I've got another ship to go on.
Fair enough.
I have my own places to go.
Fair enough.
Right.
Can we, see what the paper is?
So you get it. So you see, he says he'd appreciate you not
The secrecy of
messing
it?
with it.
Yeah.
It seems he doesn't want you to, but you could. It's not sealed. It looks like just a bit of leather kind of wrapped around a knob at the end to keep it sturdy. You could definitely just undo this, read it. No one would be the wiser.
All the way reading it.
I'll pass
That's
it
my
to
new
Big
side.
B with the document knowledge.
And you see, he says, "So we have a call."
Sounds good.
Mordred's kind of confused by the saying.
Good. Pass us some paper. Good. And you see, he roots around, gets a pen, and in a very messy, slanting handwriting, writes out a letter of introduction for the four of you to Mr. Arrow. Hands it to whoever's closest, so probably Bigby, and says, "Right, good luck to you all, and take care on the waters. I'm hearing strange talk lately."
Thank you. It is strange times.
For the first time in months, I'm playing a character that can actually read, so... Could we, just for my own knowledge, we've been playing Strahd since I got back from overseas.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so it's been
It's been
literally,
3 months.
since
Yeah.
we've played it. Okay.
Yep. If we need any clarifications on anything, let me know. But we're not doing any big picture plotty stuff for a little while. So
Plotty.
yeah, the stuff you need to know is you need to get down to go back.
Yeah. Right, let's go do some shit.
Let's do
Wonderful.
some
So I
random
assume you head
shenanigans.
out. Yeah, he gives you instructions of where to head to find Mr. Arrow. He's out on the docks recruiting for the Hispaniola.
And before we go, we know our friend Adam is all safe and good.
He's all safe and good. He had a touching reunion with his maker, with his father. Merida has gone off to talk with the Red Hand about some things. She told you that she'd find her own way. And Darian has had to duck off as well for strange, I believe, what would he have said? Strange magics are on the air or something along those lines. He has his own business to attend to as well. So you've all been given the go-ahead. Does anyone want to do anything before you talk to Mr. Arrow, this first mate you've been told to go meet?
Yeah.
You've got the document. You can read it if you want. Don't have to.
And we know the Eye is currently with the witches or with the hand?
The eye was given back to the witches.
Okay.
So that's all sorted as well. Let's go back to Hysia. All your business taken care of. The stuff that Adam you took care of. You've had that there. This is more of a. Do I pick up any supplies? Does anyone want to read the note? Does anyone want to prep anything?
We're going to read the note.
Yeah. Let's read.
Let's read the note.
You open up this little satchel, and inside you
We
find...
won't read it like anywhere near where Drunky is.
Yeah, you head out of the bar and you walk a couple of streets blocks around, find a little quiet spot, and as you run up, you see what looks to just be an incomprehensible mess of lines and words, letters, fragments. Some of the lines are straight, some of them are curved, some of them are quite detailed. You see what looks like a sketch of like a palm tree or something in a few other places, but it makes no thing. It looks like an expression.
Does it look like a map?
I mean,
a treasure map type thing?
give me a probably survival check.
Can I aid on that
Maybe
check?
more. Yeah, absolutely. You can give us an aid. So give that check.
So my survival not bad.
20 dirty.
Dirty 20. That's a crit success. Sorry, that's a regular success. So that's an extra 1 point.
We're rolling survival.
Anyone who wants to help us? Yeah.
Go on, I'll help
It's
survival.
15.
15. So that goes up to 16 with one help action. And that has
28.
28. That's a crit success. So that's up to 18. 18. With an 18, you think there's probably more information here than there seems to be.
Okay.
Look, sailor, palm tree, squiggly lines. Map's a safe bet, but you don't know for sure.
Yeah. Should we... Well, my friends, what do we think we should do here with this map? Or this thing that we suspect may be a map?
You're happy if you want to make the assumption it's a map, you can.
Yes, but what's the point of having a map if we can't read the map?
Mordred will probably say, we were told to give it to the first mate, so...
Yes, but...
The captain, sorry.
But, if it's going to get us treasure or something of that nature...
You're making some very odd assumptions here.
You can abandon this for the pirates.
It seems like a piratey type thing, and I like piratey type treasure.
It's a treasure map.
It's a treasure map. And I'm starting to speak with a pirate.
Oi, me hearties.
Sibylla turns up on the dock with a hat.
Tiny young gnome woman speaking like a pirate.
Yay.
Gnome pirate.
They
Nice.
come from the West Country.
Obviously, that's where pirates come from.
Bizarrely nowhere near the ocean. Unless you're talking, that. What is it called? What's the river that separates England and Wales?
Have it folded.
7.
That's the word I'm
The
thinking
river Seven. And
I don't know. You know when you're just like, where the fuck did I dig that up from?
it's just in there.
I just knew that.
of.
Probably like year 4 or 5 geography. I don't know.
No, we used to go to. We had a cottage sort of on the Welsh border, and we used to go over the River Severn, and there were 2 bridges across the River Severn.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Can I
it really just
take a
reflects
decipher
it,
writing?
random
actually?
memory.
Absolutely, you can attempt to decipher writing.
No,
Other things you don't want to
that's
do, but you can
pretty
clue in on
significant
this if
river.
you want. So you've got your one case from last time you were studying was the Mirror and Bloody Mary and all that.
Mm.
Yep.
You can have 2 cases active, so you can clue into this if you like. You
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have to.
Mm.
Otherwise, it's just if you've got any stuff you want to do before you go talk to this person. Otherwise, we'll just jump into that encounter.
It says on here, Arcana, Occultism, Religion, Society.
Yep, probably Society.
Okay.
And that's going to be a blind check, I imagine. Sorry, I don't imagine. That's going to be a secret check, because you'll
Okay.
get wrong information if you
Well,
don't.
I probably can't do that then, because I've got no society.
What's your modifier?
+0. I thought it was maybe occultism, so I was going to try it.
I will probably not give you occultism on this one. I will tell you, you can make what you will, given that your modifier was +0. You do suspect that there's something in here. You kind of look at.
Do I see any
folding-
like familiar symbols or anything?
Not really. It looks very literal in a lot of
Yeah.
places.
Is it detailed or is it kind of...
Sort of like if you've got like a big A4 page and you've
Yeah.
got like a little palm tree over here, squiggly line here, dash line here, dash line here. Very like abstractionist kind of. There's lots of bits that you'd expect to see, but they're not in any order that makes any sense to you.
Alright, let me rephrase
So there's
that.
no like specific stick out that we can recognise as like this is a building in this place?
No, very much not that. There's a few things that look kind of like trees or palm trees of some description, but there's no like, oh, that's a church tower. Anything like that.
Like, what I'm getting at, perhaps, if I was to make a crafting check, could I make a copy of it?
You absolutely could copy this, yeah, for sure. It would probably take a decent bit of time because it's quite detailed and complicated. But, I mean, when I say decent bit of time, I just mean like an hour or two. You could actually just do that before you go and meet this person.
And you guys okay?
We can take an hour.
Alright, and I'll presume I'll just happen to walk past, Gerald's ink and parchment shop.
You're in a big old city, so you can absolutely go get those supplies without too much trouble. Orion is a huge place.
I'd like to make some kind of investigation with like my magnifying glass and stuff to see if I can spot any kind of secret messages or
Yeah, for sure.
or like
You can give us a society check, or
Society.
I'll let you do perception if you like, but it'll be a higher DC.
No, I'll go society. Just upgraded it. That'll be 30.
30.
Yeah,
Nice.
I got plus 12 to society now. I rolled it at 2.
So DC 30 is a success. That's what you need to hit.
Oh, like I just hit it with 30.
So you're at like 2 points over. 20,
Oh, okay, yeah.
27 was the DC. So
Yeah, okay.
level 10 mystery.
Yeah, wow.
So you look over. Yeah, difficult thing. Not a commoner could not really hit this. They couldn't, The average person couldn't pick this up and solve it. You're an investigator. You've got those special skills, and you've got, I think, expert in perception or something along those lines.
Yeah, I've got expert in society.
Yeah, there you go. So you add big numbers.
Yeah.
You look at this and you go, all the information is not here. There's something missing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like
You
a
look at
key or
this,
something.
you fold it in certain ways. It's not that. That doesn't make it match up. Not quite right. And then you look and fold it a couple of ways and it's almost there. You get the text bits that all around kind of line up. But there's still a lot missing. And you go, there's 2 of these. There's a second map that if you put behind this, look through them both, then it'll make it complete. What you have as you kind of fold it a little bit and get half the image is it does look like an island. It's impossible to tell where without the full information.
Yeah, okay. Maybe we should just give it to the guy and see if, because he'll probably
Maybe
have
they've got the other half.
Yeah,
No reason you can't take a copy of this half as well.
yeah, that's true.
Well,
Make a copy.
while you do that, where are we going to do that? In an alley somewhere?
What would that be? Crafting?
You still probably
Who's got best crafting?
that'll be a crafting check. Yes, I think that's Mordred will have.
Oh, so do I. Okay, you can do it.
I don't have crafting.
Oh,
Probably right.
that was when you picked the shield.
I don't think
I've
I.
still got a shield, but no.
That's fine.
I don't think I have crafting. That does not sound like something I would have.
26 for crafting.
So it'll actually be a secret check because if you do a bad job, you won't know until you combine it with the other one. It'll be a secret check.
Can I do a
So
help?
you can do a help.
What is this? Do you mean I don't say the number?
No, so secret check is I roll it. I know what you've rolled.
Oh,
You don't
okay.
actually know if you've succeeded or not. Big I'll do your help check first. What do you add to crafting?
Plus 10.
Plus 10. Lovely. And then, Chris, do you have the same thing?
Oh, plus 10.
Plus 10. So that is... Right, you look over... You spend a little time... You probably go back to the inn that you'd rented out previously, something along those lines. Sit down, and after about an hour and a half, you sit there, you've got the 2, you've done them as best you can. It looks really good. It looks spot on. It's clean. You hold them up next to each other. They look right. You kind of pass them over each other, hold them from a candle. They all line up. It looks pretty spot on.
Sweet.
You feel like you've done a good job.
Excellent.
Yeah. So, like, if you critically failed, you'd probably go, "Oh, I just can't do this," and know that.
Yeah.
So it seems like you've done a good job.
We give the copy to
The copy will. You don't have in your hand a original and a copy. The original is old, weathered, scrunched, torn in the corners a little bit. Copy is a bit newer. You could artificially age it if you wanted, but
I could prestidigitation, soil
you
it.
absolutely could.
Could I prestidigitation and make it look like...
You
I
prestidigitation
trust
and
in
have
my
two
ability.
pretty
in your
identical
ability.
copies
I think we
of
do the original.
Mm.
You can always rob it off him later.
the original and the false.
Because
Yeah.
possession is theft.
All right. Are we going to head over to Mr. Arrow?
To the docks.
Yes.
The docks. Well, you head out to the docks. You find the Hispaniola, this quite large galley. Big, clean sails. It's not a new ship by any means, but it's well taken care of. There seems to be lots of people loading and unloading things. And you see out the front a sort of almost like a lemonade stand, like a kind of desk, chair, big tarp over the top. that says recruiting sailors and other folk. And you see sitting at the stand this enormous man. They don't have the armor on so much. They've got kind of more like just a leather breastplate, but big, huge arms, eye patch, shortly kept hair, very squared off jaw. You see all over their arms these big tattoos of these yellow gold dragons, one of which has this terrible scar over it on his right hand.
The dragon has the scar, or his arm has
His
the
arm
scar?
has the scar where the dragon is.
Can I make a something check
Yeah, what do you want to do?
on the dragons? Does it look like a specific dragon? Because I know the Camelot dragon is gold.
Yeah, give us a... it's probably society, unfortunately, is the skill. I'll
That's
let
alright.
you do...
Could it be law, warfare, or
Do
anything?
you have warfare law?
Oh, what were my... Sorry, I just had to change the thing.
That's what
I've
I think your laws were Darkwood.
Darkwood Hag. Yep, that's right.
It's probably
Sorry.
not either of those.
Okay, I'll make a
Um,
society.
But give us society.
No.
I've got Fey law,
5.
5.
regional law.
Regional law would probably do the trick.
Sorry, what's happening?
We're just checking the dragon tattoos.
Oh, okay.
I'm just interested in the dragons.
18.
18. This is the Gold Dragon of Camelot. Particularly,
I point that out to you and go, that's Gold Dragon of Camelot.
Mordred shudders a little bit.
and with 18 you see that this one is holding spears in its hand,
Yeah.
which you know was connected with the Camelot army from a war that happened
Yeah.
up north, finished about 5 years ago, went for
Okay.
about 10, 15 years, a bit complicated.
Okay.
So you can assume ex-soldier, something like that.
Yep.
But yeah, he's sitting at the docks. He's got a thing. He's got paper around him. That something looks like he's looking for people. There's a couple of sailors talking to him that just going to finish up and wander off. What's your approach? What do you do?
I don't like boats, so I'd prefer someone else.
Oh god.
Yeah, for sure.
Greetings, Captain.
You see, he says. You see,
He looks over the-
look over the desk. This man is, not terribly tall, but just like wide shoulders. And says, "Good day, but I'm not captain."
Right.
I'm really interested in talking to
Where
Captain.
where be the captain then?
Says, "The captain is attending to some matters. He will arrive shortly before our departure. My name is Mr. Arrow. I'm the first mate aboard the Hispaniola."
Oh, well,
I really just got that.
what's
What?
It's the Arrow is the first mate in Treasure Island.
Treasure Island?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Espanol?
I mostly remember from Treasure Planet, not
Yeah,
Treasure
yeah,
Island.
No,
Captain's aloft.
the captain's aloft. I'm not going to do an impression of him. He speaks 4 octaves lower than I.
we find sturdy sailors of a wish to ply your skills on your voyage.
You see, he says, "Indeed, we're still filling a couple of positions. We still require a navigator, a powder hand, a cook, and 2 general seamen.
Well,
Have you
Dibs
any
on the
experience at the sea?"
What kind of powders?
A powder hand, someone to wear in the cannons. And they say, if
Load the
the
cannons.
term is unfamiliar to you, likely the job is not yours.
well,
Have any of you experienced aboard a ship?
I'm good with scurvy.
We are in the employ of a bonesaw already, but
Can I-
these
A
times.
bonesaw.
Can I reach into Bigby's pocket and just pull out the letter?
Bigby, you
Sure.
your passive perception is really high. You're an investigator.
Yeah.
You can see this happening. Do you want to try to do something about this?
Can I like try and subtly say the letter?
Yeah.
The letter of introduction is really expressive.
So I
freedom.
guess, yeah. Pull it out.
We spoke with your friend Billy Bones.
It's big.
Oh, you
Are you-
Yeah, I'm gonna just click it now.
You see, he big hand takes over this letter of introduction. He looks at it and kind of casts it to the side, and he says,
This makes me so happy.
Very well.
Treasure Island so much.
Are you in now? Are you in the zone? Yeah.
So I'm still getting out of GDPA zone. Plus, I got like a bunch of texts I haven't answered because I've been in GDPA zone. But yeah,
you see, he says,
I saw Muppet Treasure Island about 100,000 times as a kid.
love. Anyway, you see, he says, very good. I'll be happy to waive our usual experience requirements given that, but we still do have positions to fill.
I'll work in the kitchen.
You're happy to... We are in need of a cook.
Yeah, I'm a great cook.
Very good, thank you.
What were the other positions?
A navigator, someone to work cannons,
Probably
the cook, and then 2 general sailors.
I can assist in navigation.
Lovely.
Oh yeah, good.
I trust 2 with 2 of any experience on those.
I'll be a good seaman.
I'll take your word for it.
It's a legitimate
Hang on.
rank.
I'm just going to check what we all answered last
Oh,
time.
The answer was pretty
The
much
term
universally
C, man.
No. Never been near the sea.
Here's what you can do. You can tell him you have no experience with boats, or you can try to lie to him. Up to you.
How could you
Position
think that
requires
I don't have experience on the ocean with this outrageous accent?
What else would I be speaking in this outrage?
I'll show the guy my
The cooking up at Treasure
my
Island,
cloak,
Italy,
which has a lot of the
Team
stars and stuff
yeah.
embroidered. So I've got like a map of the stars essentially on my my colour.
You see, he nods and he says, "Very well. You can assist us. You can assist our Dr. Livesley in the navigation matters." So, Drizella, Sibylla, would you like to try to lie that you have ship experience, or will you come clean if you don't? What's your plan?
Oh, I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to go. I have extensive experience of scurvy, and as such have rarely to ever, never been on an actual vessel where one might acquire it.
So he says, "Very well. We can employ you as a secondary sawbones."
I pull my saw out and a big syringe and go, I come with my own equipment.
He looks very steely faced and says, "Very good. What about you?"
I've been assigned to the land for quite some time, so it's been a little while since I've been out on the ocean. But I assure you, I am an experienced sailor.
Wonderful. Could you try me a deception?
Yes. Yes, that'd be a 26.
Wonderful. With the +2 bonus for making me laugh, that is definitely enough. Oh, actually, I'll do
Are you
a...
just doing this for this side quest, or are you going to do this forever?
I don't know. Let's just see how
I
it goes.
love it. I think we should just keep that accent for the rest of the game.
Sibylla disappears suddenly. You come back as a full pirate.
Well, I think it's the gnome. It's like she's just Irish now.
Yeah.
No, no, it's
You
West
see, he looks you over and he
West
says...
Country. Yeah.
So, and just kind of shrugs and says, "Very well then. I suppose if Billy is vouching for you, I'll allow it.
Yes.
Head aboard. You'll want to find the... he says, you'll want to find... He knows the name, I do not. You'll want to find Job Anderson, our bosun. They'll assign you some duties.
Right, and point us to the barrel of your finest scrumpy.
You see, he says, on the captain's request, there's no alcohol on this ship.
What?
Indeed.
Probably a good choice.
Your tot has been substituted with an apple cider.
That's what scrumpy is. This will do.
You see, he motions you towards the kind of gangway. The Hispaniola, a very large galley, beautiful ship. So everyone keeps saying anyway.
Is it actually beautiful though?
Give me a crafting check.
2.
Could be, hard to tell.
I love playing Mordred.
Alrighty. Lovely. Alright. You, anyone do anything before you head aboard?
Before we go aboard, I'll go up to Drizella and I'll say, have you ever been on a ship like this?
I have not been on a ship of any type other than that last one where there was some fighting. No.
Okay. Do you know any cures if you get sick?
I can cause scurvy. Would that be of assistance? We could speed up the process.
I'll be okay, and he'll kind of just put his pack on and start heading up the...
I love it. You head up the gangway, leaving the glade of Arona behind you, heading on board the Hispaniola. Many people run around this ship. There's a lot going on. It appears that it does have a cargo hull in the middle. I've got a map here, and there's also an extra level that I don't have a map for. It's just the cargo hull's full of boxes. But you see people scuttling around left, right, and centre, dock hands all about the place, and a couple of people stick out to you. Not long after, Mr. Arrow returns on deck. First met Mr. Arrow, then on the stairs. 2 people seem to stand out on this deck. The first is an elf woman kind of darker skin, wearing almost a robe, carrying a very large scimitar on her side, very upright posture, square shoulders, feet apart, who's just scanning everyone as they come on and off, looking about.
I, the captain.
Could be. There over to one side. On the other side, you see somewhat like thin eel of a man, kind of patching grey hair, a little bit of ill-fitting uniform that they've got on, rapier to one side, and you see around their neck a large brass whistle that would identify them as the bosun. Bosun who you were asked to see when Job Anderson.
Just like out of game. What is a bosun?
A bosun looks after the logistical issues of a ship, so they like keep track of the cargo, the crew's payments, they assign work, that sort of thing.
I've heard it plenty of times, but I've never actually known what they do. So.
Yeah, they're the bean counter pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, and also HR.
Yeah. the favorite departments of any organisation.
Absolutely. The financing, the logistics, and HR all rolled into one.
Hence why he's like a startup, because he's just got so many fights with ex-employees.
His face is in fact covered in scars. You see one of his eyes looks grayed out as if it doesn't quite work anymore. He's got mugs around his lip, some burn mark on the bottom of his neck that like misses part of his scruffy beard. He looks really quite worse for it. You see as you walk on,
He's only 26
there's
years
2 or 3 dock hands coming through, seem to be going right where you're standing. Can you give me a reflex save really quick?
All of us?
Everybody.
Oh god.
Oh god, I 15.
Crit for a
13.
29.
Wow. How much was that, Jesse?
13.
Nice.
Woo!
26.
26. You two are fine. You duck out of the way quite quickly. Mordred, you kind of try to guess where they're going and step in the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Bigby, you just fully look in the wrong way, looking at who you think is the captain as this dockman bangs into the side of you and says, "Watch it!"
Sorry, sir.
As you see the bosun, the man in the ill-fitting coat, turns out and says, "On your feet, lively!" And kind of walks over to the group of people standing around who clearly have just got here. And you can tell you're not quite as well equipped with what you should be doing as the rest of the people.
I'll walk up to him and take my hat off and say, "Apologies, sir. I'm not used to being on a boat, but I'm here to cook for you."
You see, he says, I should think so. God. You've got to watch out. But no harm between friends, eh? Very good. You'll want to head down past the cargo hold onto the bottom deck. You'll find our cook, Pep, is down there. We're in need of an extra set of hands.
Sounds great. Will be.
Wonderful,
I'll
wonderful.
head off in that direction.
Excellent. Bigby leaves. You see, he
Swap
says...
my top hat for
Maybe you have to do dexterity checks when you're chopping vegetables on a stick.
Absolutely. Otherwise, you'll lose a hand or a leg.
A leg.
I have
You
to
see,
wear like 15 hairnets to make sure all my fur and stuff doesn't fall out on my facial hair.
You see, he pulls out what you think
It's
used to
very
be a
ingredients.
clipboard, but seems to be have a full bite out one side and a chip out the other. As you see, he says, "I thought we already had a doctor on board." And looks to you, Drizella.
I pull out a syringe.
So she's wasn't going to say it.
I open my bag and I pull out a saw and a syringe and some very long, slightly rusty-looking acupuncture needles and maybe half a lemon and go, "I'm good with scurvy. I trained under Madame Simone. I will assist your bone saw."
Wonderful. You're looking for Dr. David Lively, also down. He's in the library, as he wants to call it.
Library.
Never been one for books myself, but he seems to enjoy it. Right. And if all else fails, I'm sure you can build us something with that carpentry set you're hauling around.
I can if I have bones with which to craft the thing. It's good for obtaining those, and I disappear off to. I disappear off to find. I disappear off to find their bones.
Lovely. That leaves Mordred and Sibylla. You see, he looks over to both of you and says, "Right. Well, what about the two of you?
Oi, Captain.
Right. Standard duties, then.
Yeah.
Excellent. We're still working on 4 crates from the bottom. Head over to the deck. They'll direct you there. and kind of points you back down the gangway towards some crates being lifted and stored, things being sorted, that sort of thing.
Right.
You head over that way and looks over at you, Mordred, and says, "And you?"
I'm here to help with the navigation.
Also lively then.
All right, I'll run off to Drizella and say, Drizella, wait! Don't leave me alone here.
Wonderful. The three.
Is it possible to navigate from below the deck?
Presumably he's not yet navigating. You all.
One in the crow's nest.
Yeah.
Good fun. You all head downstairs. You head through the cargo hold, the level here. It's full of boxes.
Okay.
Whoop-de-doo. The more interesting one, you head below deck. We see a series of offices. Bigby, your top of the kitchen is at the far end. And you see that the first door down from the stairs reads... Oh, sorry, you come down that set of stairs there. So you actually come right near the kitchen. As you see, a large pot with kind of a, drawing of a pot with some steam coming off it, the kind of general symbol for a kitchen or ship. Bigby, did you just head inside?
Yep.
You parting ways with your friends?
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. You head inside. You see inside the cook, heavily tattooed arm, and underneath their arm a pig, who has got a mouth, somehow managed to get their mouth around a full glass jar of pickles. Cook, large, long beard, bald head, kind of leather apron look, rolled up sleeves. You see he turns, takes a couple of steps towards you, and says, "What are you doing in my kitchen?"
Nice to meet you. Bigby's the name. Nice to meet you. Shake his hand.
Good.
I'm here to assist you on this ship.
Kind of looks you over and says, "All right then, come on in, make yourself comfortable."
Very good. I'll take off my coat, lay it down. Is there an apron somewhere that I can put on?
You see he throws you what you think might be a apron, could be a rag, hard to tell.
I'll go to put it on.
Yes, he says, good. Right, the standard prep sort of stuff. We've got to get the heads off the things before the end of the... Gives you a lay down and says, I'll show you around the kitchen. Shows you about, puts the pig down. You see he says, don't mind bacon. Just give him a little nudge away with your foot.
It's called
He's a very cantankerous sort of fellow, doesn't seem keen on chit-chat, kind of gives you the, eggs are up there, pickling's over there, salt's in that cupboard. Just kind of gives you the basic rundown, starts showing you about. Moving around, gets up on the counter at one point, reaches above the top, pulls out a bag of onions that's, doing there for some reason. You get to that.
How sharp do I think the knives are?
They're not...
I can get started on sharpening some of the knives.
Yeah, for sure. Give us
Probably be good.
give us just like a trained weapons check. Just like an attack roll.
Okay.
Slows for knives.
It'll be 17.
17 is pretty good. It's not quite like professional kitchen grade, but you go there, you start sharpening knives pretty well. You see, he looks over and he goes,
Do you not try evaluating the architecture of this vessel? I've been waiting for it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
When we start looking for secret compartments.
Oh, I see.
The two of you heading towards the library, which is on the far end. As you start heading past, you see on the right-hand side, this one here, there is a label for a Squire John Trelawney written on the door. Door seems ajar. You hear the sound of someone kind of humming to themselves inside. And as you go past the next door, you see it is in fact open. And what you would expect to be another like cabin or a storage room is a completely blank, empty room. Sitting by the door is a rather scruffy-looking man in a leather coat. You see he sits in a chair, has what looks to be like a bottle of water or rum or some description. And kind of on his knees, kind of rocks back and forth, and just gives you a nod.
Can I medicine check or something? Is this person okay?
Yeah.
If they're rocking back and forth?
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Nice.
For 28.
They seem to just be passing the time. You get the feeling, even though the ship's being loaded up, they seem to have been here for a while.
Yeah.
And as you walk past, you see that inside this room, the only thing other than the chair he sits on is a large barred cage, a big cube of bars, inside which sits something. It's green. It looks humanoid shaped. It's hard to tell at first. It looks maybe as if it's got plants matted all over it. And you just hear it chanting quietly under its breath, as above, so below, as above, so below, as above, so below. just over and over and over again.
Can I ask the man what's going on here?
Yeah, what do you ask?
I'll come in and I'll say,
You see, as you walk towards, he kind of takes a stand and says, "Oh, I need you to stay out of the room, please.
what's going on here? Who's that?
Abbott McFloggius never got a name out of him. That's all he ever says. I'm in task with the transport of this prisoner.
Prisoner? What have they done?
Found him on the edge of one of those glades up northwest way, doing some sort of magic at an altar. The whole thing was overgrown with thickets and briars and plant life of all sorts. A couple of dead bodies there, missing persons, that sort of thing.
Would you mind? I tried to talk to them. I've
Yes, I would.
Can I try and make a diplomacy check?
Yeah, sure thing.
I've got a lot of experience speaking Fey languages. I might be able to get some information out of them.
Yeah, give us a diplomacy check.
Or not.
17. It was a 4 on the dice, though.
17.
Plus 13.
Hang on.
Yeah, sure thing.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
likely
I
to
do.
roll higher than a 4.
16 plus 13, that's a 29.
29. You see that succeeds. You see he kind of... I don't think it's Faye that the problem is, but you're welcome to try. Just, stay back from the bars, all right? You see he kind of taps a truncheon on his side. And says, I'm in charge of the care of this prisoner, and care I'll take. And he kind of takes a step back, moves the chair, and you into the room. Gisela, you're right there as well. As you get close, you see that this looks to be...
Interrogating prisoners is in my...
a human or an elf or something like that, covered in what looks to be, in places, tattoos, but in other places, simply plants that have wrapped around them and seem to be growing out of their very body. There's horrible leaves. There's a great vine that goes out where their right ear should be. Leaves spouting on it, and they just rock slightly in place, just chunking in as above, so below, as above, so below.
Have I ever
as
seen
above, so below.
Yeah.
anything like this?
Medicine
Likewise.
or occultism?
Could I make a Darkwood check?
Absolutely, you can make a dark check.
I'll take medicine.
That's a 16.
25.
25. 25. This doesn't look natural. This looks magical, definitely.
Okay.
If this was what it looks like, they'd be dead.
Yeah.
Darkwood check.
16.
16. I mean, you've heard of the trees there that eat people, but they don't normally walk around afterwards.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. It's strange and odd to the both of you, to be sure.
Can I message into their head?
Yeah.
And say, hi there, I'm Mordred. I'm here to help.
You hear both aloud as they just continue uninterrupted constantly and return in your head, as above and so below.
Can I try
as
the same
above,
thing
so
in
below.
Aklo?
Absolutely. Same response. In common. As above, so below. As above, so below. As above, so below.
Does this person seem to be in pain?
Perception check. Or medicine, but probably perception.
13.
Doesn't seem to be.
Yeah.
See, the jailer stands there and says, all we ever got out of them. They tasked me to get the secrets of what they were trying in that ritual, but I'll tell you what, I tried some things and nothing worked. I'll tell you what, I've dealt with generals and captives and spies and the lot.
What, you tried some things? What do you mean by that?
I'll start with the teeth usually, went for the nails. So I'll tell you what, I had a general from Jarish Coast, top secret spy stuff, very important. He made it through 3 fingers, he did. This guy, I took off all 10, still didn't talk.
You've been torturing this person.
Yeah.
Surely there's better ways to get information, especially when magic exists.
And just kind of gestures towards him. The wizards tried, of course, couldn't get through nothing. Tried the old-fashioned way myself. He screamed once, and that was about it.
Mordred's just kind of quietly fuming with rage at the moment.
It seems to have a sore spot in his chest. Makes him scream, that's about all I could find.
Don't touch him again, and then I'll walk out.
I want to look at the sore spot on his chest.
Don't get too close to the cage, but have a look if you like. Give us a medicine check. Different DC this time.
26.
You see all over him there are these like thorns and briars poking out from what seems like the vines growing beneath his skin. His chest is the only like mundane wound you can see. It looks like there's something that's been like poked through or hit, like a very blunt instrument slammed in there, just near where the heart would be, a little bit too low for the heart. What exactly it was the cause is unclear, but it definitely seems it's different to the rest of what's going on. You can tell that much.
Strange.
And as you look there with a 27, did you say?
26.
26. No, 26. You don't get anything else.
Can I do one thing as I walk out of the room? Can
Yeah,
I
sure.
read fate on the person with the buttons?
Yeah, for sure.
That's the DC 6 flat check.
Read fate. You use a number of times, one word description of their fate in the next
24 hours.
24 hours. Equilibrium.
Ooh.
I love that.
Okay.
It's a good word.
Do you two want to do anything else? Do you head on to the so-called library?
If I see any torture instruments in there, I'll try and palm them on the way out.
They have a bag resting in the corner. You can try a stealth check, but it'll be a really high DC.
Can I grab
It's
it
a
and
big
try and
one.
run?
Yeah, sure thing.
Oh, nice. Steam.
What's your AC?
Depends. Do I see someone attacking me?
Probably not.
Okay,
since they've got
22.
You see, they don't bother saying give it. Like, they just reach out and try to grab for your hands, but miss.
Yeah.
You've got another turn if you like.
You're not hurting anyone else, and then I'll just run off towards the library.
You see, he says, "I'll have them back." What's a big idea? I've got a job to do.
Oh, I understand that. Personally, I find that some of these magical ailments, if you've got thorns and vines growing out from your skin, you tend to be less worried about having your digits taken off.
Oh, I don't think he's got anything up there, but orders is orders.
Yeah, you could try suctioning out the fluid from inside his eyeballs. I could lend you a syringe for that. If you like.
If you want to give it a go, I mean.
Maybe later. I'll go and try and retrieve your instruments.
I
first.
appreciate it. I don't work in precise.
You've gone.
Your mudger's gone.
He says, "Tell your friend I'll be talking to the bosun about it. There'll be discipline, I tell you. Discipline."
Discipline.
You see, Mordred, you run off. Where do you run off to?
Can I actually run and try and throw the things overboard?
Oh,
You'd have to
into
get up
the water?
2 decks.
Oh, okay. There's no like portholes or anything that I can.
No.
Cannons?
Oh, not on this level, no.
Okay. I'll just keep stuff with
I
me though.
message
and-
Mordred.
Hmm?
As I message Mordred as I'm leaving, so I've got message.
Yeah, what do you say?
Go. Just give them here. I'll put them in my. If you'll stop running, I'll just put them in my bag with all the other.
He's been
healing-
wearing armor, so he's like heaving.
I'm sure I can turn these to healing purpose should anybody need a therapeutic amputation or some such thing. I've heard such things happen at sea.
I'll hand the bag over.
I'll put the bag with all my other surgical instruments.
Lovely. Sibylla, we'll jump over to you real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I
as
may
you
or may
head
not
over and you're
return it.
packing boxes and that, you see a halfling in kind of slightly fanciful, a little bit like wealthy, exotic garb. Seems to be some sort of mix of like armor, but it's quite well made. They've got a bit of a little bit of a cape. There's sort of like half helmet, half head brace thing, and a solid metal pipe that seems to have a strange pink smoke coming out the top as they slowly smoke it. As you see, they're like fully kicked back, sitting on one of the boxes that you've been asked to check if it has what it's meant to have in it.
Are you there, a big fella?
You see, he looks over you, just gives a nod, but doesn't say anything.
Captain sent me down here to help out.
Good for you.
What you need me to do?
You see, he says, "Well, personally, I'd like to sit and quiet if that's all right."
Right. So, is there anyone else here?
You see, he kind of looks at you. You see, Just about all the rest of the stuff's been taken care of. It's the same thing. Like someone checks that the right thing's in there, closes it, and then nails it shut. And you see, there's a couple of nails put on the top of this near this halfling's feet, and one of the other crewmen would have asked you, "Oh, go check that there's what's meant to be in there, and then nail it shut." But he is sitting on the lid, so you can't open it.
Well, mind me asking, where this voyage be heading?
You see, he says, don't actually know myself. I'm down there as far as Port 6, but beyond that, I'm not too sure. Not a lot passes through that way, though. It's out past the Southern Sea, out the Lion's Gate, as they say. You would all know the Lion's Gate is the loose name for the bit of the Grim Ocean, just very south of this map here. Out there, it opens up to big open ocean.
Yeah, I understand. Well, the name's Sibylla, by the way.
You see, he says, Fox.
Fox. Lovely to meet you, sir.
And you see, he nods.
So, anything you want me to do?
Nope.
Anywhere I can get a good drink?
And you see, he looks back at the ship and he says, here there's no alcohol on board, but should things be needed, I've been known to work a few miracles, as it is.
Oh, a good man to know then.
Yeah. For the right price, of course.
Well, of course. Alright, well, I'll head back onto the ship then. Or, unless you want me to linger here.
And you see, he shrugs and kind of just tucks his helmet thing over his eyes and goes back to smoking his pipe.
Is he sitting on a box?
Yes, he's sitting on a big crate.
The one that you're meant to
you've
get.
been asked, can you go check that there's, 100 torches in that crate?
So is this crate meant to be loaded onto the ship?
Yep.
And right now it's not on the ship?
Yep.
So I need to load it onto the ship.
Yep, or you just need to check that
Check
there's the right
it,
stuff in
nail
there
the
and
lid
then
down.
nail it shut, and then 2 other people will come and carry it on. But obviously you can't open the crate because it's laying on top of the lid.
Alright. And is it like a gangplank type thing that...
Yeah.
Alright, what I'd like to do is, I'll wait till he sort of nods off into sleep.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use telekinetic maneuver and just move him up the plank, move the box up the plank into position.
Fantastic. I love that.
I'll make it look like I'm pushing it.
Yeah, for sure. You put hands on the head and then just start walking along. You see for a moment he goes, huh? And then looks at you doing that, looks around and goes, huh? And kicks back to smoking as you load the cargo and him up onto the boat, place it down on deck.
Love it. Excellent.
Fantastic. Move through, down the stairs, into the hold, all sorted. You see, as it's in the hold, he finally very lazily falls off and slowly walks, heading off downstairs.
Okay, so once he's headed off downstairs, I'll have a bit of a peekaboo as to what is in the crate.
Yeah. What do you add to perception?
Perception. I'll roll a perception.
So just tell me what you add, because I'll roll a secret perception.
Oh, okay. I got +8.
+8?
That's okay. Haven't used this for a while.
You open up there. There's lots of there's lots of straw. Seems to be some glassware in here. Large porcelain trays. That's a big serving ones. You look over. All looks good. What you'd expect to see.
It's what I was sort of told would be in here. I'll close it up. And
wonderful.
Is there anything else I was instructed to do?
Hammer and nail.
Done. And I'll go meet the rest of the team.
You do that. You go and rejoin everyone. Bigby in the kitchen. Pip is not very chatty. Do you want to try to strike up conversation or anything, or just let?
I'll ask him a little bit about himself, how he got on the ship, what's he done before it.
You see, he says, we're back with this crew. I've been working here for 7, 8 years. I was down in Indus actually before then, a ways away. And you see, he tells you his story. He seems to have been a sailor for a long time and bounced about places and that sort of thing. Mostly worked quite far away from here. He's vaguely new to Arnhem Land and the whole kind of continent you're in. You know, he does not ask you any return questions about yourself.
That's fine, because I don't want him to know about my sordid history with pigs.
Love that.
Love it.
And Mordred and Drizella, you arrive in the library, which is just at the back here. You see, library kind of in inverted commas. It looks like this was a storeroom and someone has just filled it with books.
Do you want me to fill that water?
All right, but thank you.
Oh, I thought it was a character.
Is there like a particular race that's like
Does anyone else want some water?
dominant in
No,
this
I'm good, thanks.
on this ship that I've noticed is there's more of? Or
Lots of humans.
lots of humans?
That's kind of the usual thing.
Yeah.
Also, there was the elf upstairs. Jesus, so. Oh, thank you.
Giving yourself a regular spasm.
Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, that's human ethnicity.
Yeah, you saw an elf upstairs, and then there seemed to be a half-orc at the helm.
Yeah.
But most of the dock workers seem to be like humans. Are probably a dwarf or two about.
Right.
And then you see a halfling kind of heading down the stairs outside the kitchen. But nothing unusual, no. Cool.
Just think about my diplomat's badge.
Oh yeah, that probably won't work here just because you're not in like the usual context you
Yeah,
would see.
true. So they're not going to recognise me.
Yeah, you don't really have the authority.
Yeah.
You head into the library. You see
International waters.
have a interesting reaction. You see sort of a kind of late 30s aged man, some like longish sandy blonde hair, satchel over their shoulder, books strapped to their sides. They've got like chains around them. A backpack overflowing with scrolls. They seem to be sorting out bits and pieces of their kit. As the library door is ajar. They don't seem to notice your presence.
Hello.
They turn and they go, hello. Sorry. Livesley, how are you?
Good. Mordred.
Oh, good. And gives you a handshake and says, a Medicaster.
Do you normally heal people with scrolls and books?
Yes. Yes, I'm a cleric.
We have something in common there.
Wonderful. I
love
most of the Medicasters seem more concerned with the herbalist route. Delightful.
I tend to prefer a more direct intervention approach.
Interesting. I work with the Magus mostly. Do you have a particular patron at all? Working? If that's not personal, I know it's a personal question, but yes.
Yes, I guess so. I usually seek my religious guidance from the Faceless Soldier.
Oh, interesting. I'm not terribly familiar.
They're a soldier. They have no face. In desperate need of medical care, and therefore an appropriate patron for a Medicaster.
Why not? Wonderful. Please come in. Are you? You're.
Working? Are you familiar with the work of Madame Simone on burns, oozes, and other illnesses?
Yes, quite. I worked with Madame Simone some years ago. We were cross-working on a study of.
I hope she didn't plagiarise your work when she submitted her thesis.
He says, I should think not. Hopefully, I never really went with the Metacasters, so we sort of split off after that. But
do you have text on oozes?
A few. Yes.
Would I be able to have a look?
By all means.
I basically go and read textbooks to see whether or not there are excerpts of Madame Simone's thesis clearly within any of these books on oozes, where she's clearly lifted a chunk of text.
I like that.
Like Madame Simone has no more had time to write a thesis than fly to the moon. So
you see, he kind of explains. So I'm hired as the swordman, but my real interest is in navigation. I'm charting some maps of the ship's journey, hopefully. But I've also been placed in charge of this absolutely fabulous book collection, which is in here, obviously.
This guy could be good.
One of the nobles of well, they asked me not to say, but that's fine. Anyway, they're paying the ship and myself to transport books to Mr. Yes.
Fascinating. Well, I would be more than happy to assist you with the healing arts, giving you more time to navigate and map make.
He says, well, wonderful. Thank you. That would be fantastic.
You are most welcome.
And points you towards the books.
24.
24. You look through,
On hunting for Madame Simone's plagiarism.
you look through. You find that there's a couple of books that there's ideas that there's a commonality of ideas in a few texts. You see, they talk about the same.
That's what they say about millennial music. It's a commonality of ideas.
That's funny. And you see, they talk about the same defunct treatment plan of burns. You know, the such and such person's method.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be any direct plagiarism there.
I am quietly impressed.
As she's doing that, I'll go up to them and I'll say, I'm here to assist with navigation.
Wonderful. Have you much experience at seeing navigation?
Not that much, but I do have, and I'll kind of bring out my cloak, which has a million things on it, but it also has all the constellations on there.
You see, they awkwardly try to take off their satchel and struggle. Wonderful, and may I? And just look at it. Oh goodness, it's the stars, isn't it? And talks astral at you for a little while.
Mordred's kind of, this goes over his head, but
They seem very well educated on the topic.
Yeah.
And they give you a couple of points of, interestingly enough, this one here. I think we'll probably leave that scene there unless any of you have anything you want to talk about in particular.
Mordred's probably just sharing stuff and talking about stars.
Yeah, awesome. You see, after a little while, you're probably like an hour or so, you hear the bosun's call, the bosun's whistle, up on deck. This long, rising, falling tune that you would have been told means to meet on deck. Everyone heading up, I'm assuming?
I wait for Drusella so we can go up together.
Oh, that's nice. You all meet back on top, and you see everyone's kind of gathering around.
I make sure Bigby hasn't cut himself in the kitchen.
Has he?
Do you want me to do a check to find out?
No.
Then no.
Okay.
They gave him the plastic knife.
You've probably just been like peeling potatoes or
No,
something.
you've got
Very-
that like
very
chainmail
monotonous
glove,
sort
so
of
you can't.
I
stacking pots in the right cabinets and that sort of thing.
working in the meat works.
Yeah.
Steel glove.
By day 2 or 3, I'll probably have console open myself.
Yeah.
And you see Mr. Arrow, big, chest, loud voiceover says, "All ready for the captain!" As you see, walking up the gangway, you see a man in a well-fitting, tailored blue coat, white ruffled shirt, sword, cutlass at his side, kind of long, dark ponytail, very put-together looking person who walks onto the deck and kind of stops for a minute and takes it all in, looking around and says, "Very good. Anything to report so far, Mr. Arrow?" He says, "No, sir, nothing yet. This is very good. Look, I appreciate all of us coming together for this. I know this is a crew who hasn't worked together before. I know this is all very new. These are treacherous times. I don't know how much you've all heard, but the rumors are true. Something did happen at the south today. I'm told there were confirmed sightings from Cloverport, that there are indeed flags being flown by ships there that we've not seen in some time. Something from Far East Jawa, as far as we can tell. I've heard the term warships thrown around. I do not know if that's true at this point. But this is a well-armed ship. I trust the skills of everyone here. If Mr. Arrow has vouched for you, I have no doubt that in a crisis situation, we can rely on those next to us.
Yes.
And you see a couple of the crew absolutely going, "Here, here!" And Mr. Arrow stands up even taller. So he says, "I also appreciate that our destination has been a mystery to all of us. I can promise the wages you have been signed on, and a sizable bonus should things go well. But in the interest of our financier, the final destination will not be known to those outside of the officers and navigation." He says a bit of mumbling, seems not too happy that people aren't finding out where they're going just yet, but seems like that's been the thing they've all signed up on. And you see he says, very well. I've also instructed there be no alcohol bought for this flight, and I would ask anyone who's bought any in their personal effects to relieve yourselves of it before we depart in the next few hours. I'm happy for you to drink that.
Fucking
or
TSA.
pass it over the side. But I'll not be searching anyone's effects for that. I'll operate on a trust policy. Thank you very much. He's a surprisingly calm, quiet, centered person to be the captain of this ship. He says, "Hey, I'll be seeing over some things on the front deck. Everyone else, you have your positions." You see, there's a moment's pause. We can look around. Mr. S says, "Right, you heard him!" And people start moving about, getting about their business.
Can I retcon something?
Yeah,
from,
for sure.
When I walked on,
Yeah.
because I have noticed there is a distinct lack of someone with a peg leg. So
There is, in fact, no one like
is there someone? Is there someone like? Oh, okay. I was going to say because
No.
I want. Yeah, so I want to be
Mhm.
walking with a limp and my sword cane, basically from the start.
Okay.
So then basically, so that people think I'm an easy mark. Like that's the idea.
Yeah, sure,
Like,
I'll allow
people
that.
don't expect me to be like a fighter, and then it's also like a secret sword.
Someone like we have no room for cripples on board.
Fun trope.
And because I'm just a cook, it's like
Yeah.
Mm.
So,
I like
so
that.
just like I've got a limp all the time.
Yeah, for sure. The only person who you saw missing a leg was the elf part person downstairs. Seemed to be missing a leg, amongst
As well as-
several other bits.
Yeah. Okay.
Fingers, ear, and eye.
Very odd.
But no, there seems to be no one-legged man aboard. You see people go to their business, and very soon the ship is offed. We get some sailing piloting
Yes.
music. As you
I just
see,
realised I hadn't put anything on.
they untie the ropes. The sails are put to full. The
So that
wind
was the
catches them.
that was the captain that talked to us.
That was the captain, yes.
Have they gone off to like an office or something?
No, they're just on the deck, seeing
Okay.
to things. So you could talk to them. They introduced themselves as Alexander Smolt,
I'll walk
Captain
up to-
Smolt.
I would like to walk up to Captain Small.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that also a Treasure Island?
Yeah.
I haven't read Treasure Island, so
I've also just pulled up all the characters because I want to recognise all the names. I can't remember them all.
I don't know if that's metagaming or not. That's an
Um,
interesting one. I don't mind.
I literally just want to be able to recognise the names. I'm not looking at the plot or anything. Like,
No,
well, I
you're
can't
fine.
know the plot anyway. But yeah.
But yes.
And I'll just introduce myself
Mhm.
as Big B and also ask if I can have a word in private.
You see, he says, the launch is rather a difficult time. Might we talk once we're at sea?
Sure.
Thank you. Nice to meet you, Big B.
Thank you.
You see, the wind catches the sail. You drift away from the harbour, and after a little while of time, you are out past the chopping waves of the shallows and onto the blue. As Aronia shrinks in the distance, this small clearing amongst a shoreline of just trees, as far as you can see left, and as far as you can see right. You can see probably some glades a little further to the north, much smaller than the city you were just at. Otherwise, just these enormous trees on the shore. As you head back into the open water, very odd feeling, I imagine, because you haven't been on the sea before. You don't get this much open space on land in Evergreen because it's just all trees. But here there is wide open. Because it's so not choked with forest, there are lots of boats, and lots of other people were leaving Aronia as you were. But as you continue, they move further and further away from you. As you all pick your own trail, chart your own course, and travel along. Bigby, we'll go to you. What way do you want to say with the captain after the kind of post-launch thing calms down? There's a bit of a celebration of people doing that. You see, some of the crew make quite a show of it, of all sculling their beers and flagons as quick as they can, and then throwing what's left over the side. They're kind of a good sport moment about it.
Fair enough. I just want to make sure that I've got the captain separately in a separate
Yeah,
room.
he takes you into his chamber. So, map I've got here, you've got kind of like the helm up here, and then the foremast here.
You guys
main
welcome
deck,
join too. It's not just
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I'll
probably come with
I
Big
want
B.
to talk to the captain about the treasure map.
and then back of the main deck, we've got the captain. Bigby, you're going in there. Is everyone else going to be in this scene?
No, I'm going back to the library.
You go back to the library? Sure thing.
if I'm permitted.
Yeah, Sibylla, you head in as well.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sibylla, you head back.
So we should have had it. We would have had this discussion beforehand. But
Yeah.
I'm personally of the opinion that we give the captain the real treasure map
Yeah.
and we keep the copy.
Yeah.
But if you guys disagree, okay, cool. So I'm gonna say okay. I was asked to give this to you.
You see he takes it, opens it, looks at it intently for maybe 10 seconds, folds it in half, puts it into his coat pocket, and says, "Thank you very much." Walks over to his kind of like cabinet or door, opens it up, takes out 10 gold pieces, so 100 silver, hands it to you to get on the map. You can disperse it amongst the party if you want, though. It should be 25 silver each.
Thank you. What can I ask what that was?
You see, it says fair payment for fair transport. I trust Billy Burns spoke to you.
He did.
Wonderful. Very well then. I'd
He didn't
appreciate
tell me what was in it though.
Good. And I'd appreciate if you kept this between all of us. There are
Certainly.
a number of high confidential matters in play.
Okay. If you feel like you need some help or an ally, feel free to hit me up. I'm an investigator, so I'm usually fighting for justice.
You see, he
Caitlin?
pauses for me and says, "Thank you."
I'll take my leave, I guess.
Wonderful. Bigly, you head off.
So how much is it? 10 gold, so...
So 100 silver, so 25 silver each.
25.
Quite a bit of money for handing in a bit of paper.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah.
I was going to say, can I distribute it amongst the crew?
If you want to give away money, you can. What do you say when you give people silver?
Um,
It's probably about 2 silver each if you distribute it amongst the crew.
I'll say to them,
You're
good
giving-
fortune on the journey.
You're giving your...
My
kind of-
share.
Yeah, as long as it's just
Yeah.
your...
Yeah, sure. So 2 silver is 2 weeks' wages.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Why not? Because they're gonna fucking rob you. That's why not. Because they're gonna be like, you've got this much money to just give away.
No, I'll say it's from the
You're like,
captain. I'll say it's from the captain.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
no.
that's even
I'll say
worse.
it's from the captain.
Okay.
That's
So
a
it's
Mordred
from
thing.
captain for good fortune.
Oh, Jesus.
Cool.
It's
do
a
you
good
give it-
job Drusella is in the library.
Good fun. Do you just start with like the dockhands?
Yeah, why not?
For sure.
Yeah, and I've gone downstairs.
So if I was to rank Mordred on a cynicism scale of 1 to 10, it would be
Yeah.
like minus something, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wild.
This kid is naive.
Are you
It
gonna do
balances
something about this?
Drusella out.
You see,
Or you just find it
you
entertaining.
hand it to
It's
one
like,
person,
this
kind of
man is so
bald,
bad.
redhead, who says, "No, I've got my signing bonus."
From who?
From the captain, I've got my signing bonus already.
This is for good fortune on the journey.
That's not part of the contract. That's
Can I try and convince them that there's dangerous things happening in these waters, and the captain asks that you.
what kind of dangerous things? Oi, John! And see, no.
Oh god.
Yeah, they were giving me money before. What's it for? I don't know. Apparently there's danger, Pat. Extra danger.
I throw the coins at their feet and then run off to the next person.
You see, as you're heading off, say, "We need to talk to our union rep about this."
I'm gonna like grab a mop top and like a top of a mop and put it on my head and be like, I need my sign on bonus.
Lordship, does Drizella with a mop on their head?
So you don't recognise me.
Can I make a check to see if I recognize
For sure. Give us perception. Can you give me crafting? You can add 10 to your roll for a really
Me?
quality disguise. Yeah.
I can add 10?
You can add 10 to spot through.
Do I have to roll something?
Yeah, give us a crafting check.
This was a 2 on the
One.
die.
15.
Wonderful. So, do you add anything to crafting?
No.
So that's 12. You see someone who looks vaguely like your friend, but this person has like these thick, greying dreadlock curls. So clearly it's someone different. You
Good
give them 2
fortune on the
silver.
journey.
And literally 2 steps later, you look and there's just a mop on the floor and no person.
Absolutely hilarious.
Mordred's like, I
Ooh,
think I
2
got
more silver.
swindled.
2 more silver.
You see, as you're handing out silver, you see you come to one cabin with very young, probably no more than like 14, maybe
So, like
12, 13.
Like a little younger than me.
A little younger than you, young lad, kind of blonde hair, great big beaming smile. He says, "Thank you, miss, thank you. Have you given it to the carpenter in the sick bay?
No.
Well, he'd be wanting his share then. I want it to him if you like, miss. So you give it him, mister. You give it himself if you like, sir.
Shall we go together?
Sure. And Head Jordan says,
I'm Mordred, by the way.
Jim. And shakes his hand.
And we're just skipping off together.
Oh, yeah. He says, "It's the first time I've been on a ship. I'm so
It's the
excited.
first time I've ever been on a ship.
Oh, isn't it wonderful?
less so.
Oh, you'll be all right, I'm sure. You see, you head through, and you see in the kind of like sleeping quarters, there's this one back on the top deck, sleeping quarters. You see, there's this one. The Jim says they're a carpenter of some sort who's already taken ill, horribly ill, and is in bed. As you see, Jim says he fell off some of the rigging and hurt his leg. I think he's broken his ankle or something. Terribly sad.
Can I medicine check?
Yeah, for sure.
Leg?
You see, you get in there, and he says, "Oh, what's this?"
We're here to help.
All right.
I'll say sliding the thing into the hand. 14. That's not very good.
14. It looks like someone's already been this. There's ropes tied around it and twigs and stuff to hold it steady.
Okay. So there's probably nothing more that I could do there.
No, it looks very pale in the face.
I'll put the coins in their hand, and kind of wrap my hands around for your good recovery, your speedy recovery.
It says, thanks. And kind of takes it. The only other person will do.
Did you catch that injured leg?
Good fun.
Oh, okay.
Is the elf woman who was on the deck as you were coming in. Do you give her two? Do you give her shirt?
Yeah, I'll go up to her.
Wonderful. You walk up. She says, "Yes."
Good fortune for the journey.
I'm. Kind of looks at you confused and says, "Who are you?
I'm Mordred. I'm helping with the navigation.
Why are you
I like to give
giving me
silver to
coin?
people, so
It's from the captain,
It's from the captain.
Captain Smollett. Yes,
because she's
Why are
giving
you
silver
giving
to
it?
everyone can cycle all your silver.
for good fortune on the journey.
No, but why are you?
That's the bad guy.
Because Smollett gave me some, and I want to distribute it amongst the crew.
Captain Smollett gave you a thing of coins just amongst the crew.
Yes.
Interesting. And you see, holds out a hand and says, "Well, I appreciate it."
Who is this person?
I
Good
don't
question.
know.
They don't make any means to introduce themselves.
Yeah.
What a dick.
Okay. I'm gonna get in trouble.
You see, she says, "Right," and kind of watches you as you walk off.
Suddenly, very perceived. Mordred's like,
Later that day,
I thought that was
Sibylla and Bigby, you both get a visit from the bosun.
the motion.
The bosun. Ill-fitting suit, eel of a man, Job Anderson. You see he catches you probably in the kitchen. He says, "Bigby,
Yes.
Sir.
this Mordred came on board. How well do you know?
I've been travelling with her for a couple of weeks now.
Couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You seem like a man of decent sense. Can I
I'd
speak
like
plainly
keep
to
it.
you?
Yes, sure.
I've had a report they're stealing property, distributing gold stolen from the captain, and causing an all-out confusion and worry amongst the crew.
We got given some gold from the captain.
Captain gave you some gold.
Yeah. It was just our signing bonus. We were late to the party, so we got late. But Mordred is just a simple soul and doesn't want to have any to themselves, so
"You calling me
they were
Tim?"
probably
Right.
just giving it away,
Okay.
thinking that's the best thing to do, not realising the kind of company that they're with.
Well, I'll have to have a chat with them now. There's some crew in a terrible worry. Others that think there's something going on wrong with the pay. It's an all-out making my life a bit
jeez.
They need. Look,
Mordred.
I don't know if they've been on a boat before. They need to tell me this.
Okay. Yeah. Feel free to pull Mordred aside and make it clear that this
Well, I was
is
going to
not
lock them
a
in
good
the
thing.
brig to tell you the truth.
Oh,
but
yeah,
if
please
they are
don't do
indeed
that.
handing their own money out.
No, it's their own money.
Right. All right then. Thank you very much. Close.
Yeah, the last thing they would do is steal. So, yeah.
Good. They later on fund you, Mordred, and give you a long chewing out about worrying the crew with talk of danger, handing out unsolicited money.
Upset the entire
What's the
socioeconomic.
captain giving you your signing bonus for? I already signed on that into it. You only get it twice now.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to help.
Well, look, I don't want to bother the captain with this. Why was Smollett giving you your signing bonus?
That I can't say.
Well, he didn't explain. He just handed you money.
I'm under oath not to say.
You're under oath not to say.
Do I see any of the friends anywhere?
No, I'm still cooking.
Nope.
Oh, Mordred. What are you doing?
You have to learn a lie.
You see, he says, it's all right. I'm one of the officers on board. You can tell me.
Can
We're on
I
board.
can
What
I
was
like
this
perception
to do?
insight check this? Do
Yeah,
I
for
trust
sure.
this person?
Sense motive, so that's always a secret check. So
Oh,
what
is
do you
it?
add to
Yeah.
perception?
+8.
That's 8. Pardon me. It seems like they're being a bit cagey and edgy because they're not sure how much you know.
Okay.
Not the other way.
Okay. I'll say, look, we helped deliver something to the captain, and they told us to take the money and not mention it to anyone else.
Right. So why'd you give it to the crow?
The money?
Yes.
I thought Blade folk like money.
See, he thinks for a couple of seconds and says, right, off we go.
Ugh.
He starts the mutiny like 5 minutes in.
I'm gonna go to the library, like slam the door, and just like sit in the pile of books.
Love it.
Drizella just looks at Mordred and goes, "What's up with you?"
I don't need money. I thought people wanted money, and now I'm just confused at the whole situation in the social system that's upholding this entire thing.
You had money, and you gave it to the people on the ship.
They need it more than I do.
Who gave it to you?
The captain?
Did the captain give it to them?
No.
So are you not just reinforcing the social hierarchy of this ship, which is that you get more money than they do,
Mordred just like stares off.
and you
into the
can't even
distance, not
and you
pointing.
can't even sail ships or anything. So you get paid for like just existing, and they get paid less
He puts
for
his hood
working
over
their
it.
fingers to their bone and sort of putting their lives at risk on a daily basis. And
It's
you're
quite the conundrum, isn't it?
and you're wondering why
Door.
and you're wondering why this is going badly
This
in Mordred.
rotund gentleman with long, curly
Oh.
blonde hair, an enormous moustache, this way too long sword that he's kind of using as a walking stick almost, as he says, it's quite the conundrum, isn't
Indeed.
it?
I pull back my hood a little bit.
You see, very dramatic, makes a very big show of it, puts the sword back on his side and says, Squire John Trelawney.
Drizella would look slightly sad if you could see her face that he didn't accidentally stab himself with it while
See,
he
he's
tried
got
to
like
put
this
it away.
lion's fur half cape that's neither practical,
Oh,
stylish,
God.
but very expensive. He says, I am an expert on matters of money, and I'm in fact the financier of this voyage.
I say to Mordred, I
An
said, this,
excellent message.
this is a good example, Mordred, of how money does not necessarily buy you all the things you need in the world.
Precisely, I have a large amount of money, but not all the things I
But-
need.
Limited, yes.
You know, I'm quite taken by this charming story, young man. Rise, if you would.
I awkwardly stand up.
Good. And he sees, hold up your hand. And you see, he gives you a big, hearty handshake, and he says, I would like to, very much. And he slips you a coin purse and says, you're a charity, a credit, in fact, to you and
I
yours."
don't want money.
And he says,
It
you would
does nothing
be
but help.
great insult in not taking it.
I look to Drizella.
I would be
the guy-
wounded deeply.
Mordred, I will take it to heal the sick.
Oh, and a credit to your own as well.
Thank you, Mordred.
And you see, he pats his pockets and pulls out another 2 gold pieces and kind of puts it boldly on top. There's 3 gold pieces in there, so you've got
Okay.
another 50 silver in total.
Ooh.
Okay.
30, you mean?
I'm just so
You
confused.
said 3 on silver.
3
50
and 2 extra he puts
Oh,
on top.
okay,
Makes 5,
yeah.
makes 50. 50. Another 50
Okay.
silver pieces.
So how many silver have we got altogether now?
Uh,
How many did you give away?
he gave away his,
All of it.
he gave away his
Ah,
25
75.
share.
So there's 25 and then I've got an extra 50.
So you got
Yeah, so
7
you've got
bucks.
some.
Okay.
Can I ask Trelawney
Hmm.
after that? Just between us,
Yes.
where are we going?
I don't know. It's exciting, isn't it? I was told there was a... I really shouldn't say that. There's something jolly brilliant at the end of it. And I've been told that we're heading in a thatward sort of direction. but I don't quite know where it is.
Right. Well,
Brilliant, isn't it? I haven't had this much fun in years.
well, we're going to go back.
Wonderful, wonderful. Go back where?
Go back.
Yes, go back where?
The glade.
Oh! Oh! What are you going there for?
To go on?
Oh, we're going on now. Right, well, that's all well and good. You see, he gives you a very warm pat on the shoulder and says, I'm sure it'll be just fine. And then, without saying goodbye, turns around and leaves.
I'm now looking for anything in all these library books and scrolls about people who grow into trees.
Yeah, give us it'll be a research check, so give us
that was
a
a
cultist.
Can you just imagine this guy like smuggling a cricket bat on board? So he'd be cracking shot there. Marvelous.
He's actually in his cabin playing squash with himself.
Terrible. So 10.
10. You start looking through, you find, like, you ran into the center and there's, like, some records of these cannibalistic trees in the Darkwoods that will, like, if something dies, they'll eat it, the roots will grow into it. But that just isn't what's happening here. And you can't, like, get past. Everything just keeps taking you back to that one wrong thing.
Did we catch that guy's name, by the way?
Trelawney.
Squire John Trelawney.
Oh, sorry.
Excuse me.
I try and explain to Mordred that you can't just give away money to random people who are getting paid by the person who's given you the random money. So you have to either...
So you can't give money to them, but they only get given money on a regular basis, and that's pay. But this is just...
You
extra?
have been paid more than they are likely to see in 6 months, which means that you've probably done something that is in some way going to earn them a lot of money or is dodgy, right? They put their life at risk for a pittance. If you want to do stuff, spend it on something, give them nice sandwiches.
I make a note of that to go visit Bigby and say, we need to make nice sandwiches for the crew.
You know, buy them, you know, food, drink, and women next time we're in port.
Women?
Oh, big thing. Can you just give up?
Okay, so thing is,
I turn over the education of Mordred to someone else. I give up.
Mordred's about to have a very bad day.
So you just fucked over the whole concept of the union. And like,
the union rep on the ship, who was the helmsman, is very
God.
As the boat continues,
You're such a kind soul, Mordred.
Out into the grim ocean, the waves quieten down, an inland sea, so very, very still, very quiet, peaceful in fact. The occasional gull passes overhead. You could not ask for a finer day. A strong wind at your back, the sun in the sky, as it starts to lead towards the horizon in late afternoon.
Still smells bad.
Is anyone doing anything in the next couple of hours?
Yes.
About probably like 4 or 5 hours. It's a full day's things going on.
do we like have dinner with the crew? Does the crew all have dinner together? Or?
They will do. It's not quite dinner yet. So you'll probably at when we come out of this little time skip, you'll probably be like making dinner for the crew. So fresh meat on the first night of the trip to raise one's spirits.
Yeah.
Can I I will take my cloak and I'll put it on the ground, and then I'll take out some little bird bones that I've been carrying around, and I lay them out, and I'm going to cast augury on our current voyage. Is something good happening or is something bad happening?
You take up your bird bones and you cast them down onto the mat. You see a just flashing image of the Hispaniola cracked in half and sinking below the waves. Bad.
I'll just like carry the cloak, and I'll go to you and I'll say, Drizella,
Drizella's got like some parchment and is writing notes in a very tiny hand, and there's a picture of like a stick person. It's like the worst diagram, a technical diagram you've ever seen. It's like a stick person with lots and lots of pins in them, and then sort of this really intense scribble. She's,
I think something bad's going to happen. We need to talk to the captain.
okay.
But we should get our friends first.
What are you going to tell him? Have you read the tea leaves again, Mordred? We've told you about this.
They're not tea leaves, but yes.
What have you done this time? Shaken bones, chopped up a chicken. What's happening?
I've seen a vision of the future. I've seen the ship torn
Future's
in two.
bright.
No, the future's not bright.
Oh, okay. Are we seeing death and
Is the
torment?
boat rocking? Is
No,
that-
no, the future's just bright.
Are we seeing?
I don't know, it feels like a line on its song.
There used to be a
I pack away the
a sort of phone thing in the UK called Orange. It's the future's bright, the future's orange. Was like early mobile phone adverts, like way back in the sort of early 2000s.
Right.
What are we about to tell the captain?
that something is gonna happen, and
Break it off.
the ship is gonna break in half. Bigby steps into the room.
Okay, and he's going to believe you. Why precisely? If you
I can check to see if the ship is sound with my see if it's actually going to break in half.
You see the same bald, orange-haired dockhand. The ship's breaking in half.
Well, not if I have something to say about it.
And
I know my way around
Starts scuttling off.
well-built wood.
I know my way around well-built wood.
That's a 25 and
That's why I said
25
Mordred
and
I'm
to
just
you.
walking down the...
That's why I said
Yeah,
Mordred to
sorry.
you for enhanced education about dockside activities.
That's us, that is.
That's good strong words. This is breaking it off any
Oh
chance.
God, it's like
But it
a
doesn't
bad
seem to
episode
be
of
breaking in
Catan.
25, slightly older ship, well made. You suspect built originally as a warship.
Are you trying to like
Oh, okay.
calm my nerves? By
Yeah,
saying
yeah, basically. Yeah, I'm like, this thing isn't sinking.
that? Okay, I'll still be nervous, but I'll say
The ship cannot sink. It's
yeah, it's
unsinkable.
unthinkable.
Oh Jesus!
The narrative itself chuckles.
Very narrative.
Very
Okay, if we're heading off to see
Unless
the,
it's a metaphor for something.
If we're heading off to
Maybe
see
the crew's going to break in half.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe there's just someone's got a relationship on and they're going to break up.
It's a
I like it.
metaphor.
It's like just vague. I don't know. Metaphors. Could be this. Could be this. Who knows?
as we
I'm
get
trying
near,
not to medicate too much.
as we get
5 minutes already getting priority suspicions and things.
as we get near the captain's cabin and Mordred is about to go on some sort of tirade about things snapping in half that he's seen in the tea leaves, I will reluctantly cast guidance on Mordred before
Help
he
with
goes
panic
into
attacks.
attempt to explain this latest vision.
I'll say
Sibylla,
I'll
are you
punch
joining me on this lovely
Oh,
little
we're,
outing? Or are
we're,
you up to
we're gonna go to the
something
captain? We're going to the captain?
else?
Well, the last time you
I've
went
got
to
a
the
small
captain,
break
you
before I
nearly...
got prep for dinner.
You see Pip just go.
Dinner rashes.
You see Pip go. Suit on.
Food on. Oh,
Suit
yeah.
on.
Alright, I'll go.
Oh, yeah, suit on.
Oh, okay. Food on. Okay, yeah, cool.
You all head back. Where did you go? Thank you very much. Back into the captain's office. Captain seems to be writing a letter of some sort. As you see, he says, "Yes, come in."
Just a question before we do this. Would I have had time to refocus throughout the day?
Yeah, for sure. This is hours. It's been like probably 4 or 5 hours at sea.
Okay, cool.
You're a ways into the journey. And he says, "Can I help you?"
Yeah.
I'm terribly sorry. Job can be a little bit enthusiastic in his duties as person, but it's not a problem at all. Your share of the money is to do with as you like. I wouldn't stress.
Oh, it's not to do with that.
Good.
It's a vision I've had.
Hmm?
I saw a vision of the ship breaking in half.
Hmm.
I'm afraid that something bad's going to happen.
Do you get these visions often?
All the time.
Unfortunately.
He looks to the two of you.
No.
Three of you, sorry. I'm trying to get your read on the situation as well.
I assured him that this ship counts. It's good, strong wood.
I've ascertained the only way to stop Mordred's incessant visions would be to probably remove his head, and that would seem somewhat extreme.
We encourage you to
Indeed.
stop.
What about just a small part of his brain?
Are you suggesting we lobotomize Mordred?
Terrifying.
Drizella sort of
It's
goes.
less extreme than taking your head off.
Drizella goes.
Can I,
Interesting.
as proof of my visions, grab their hand? Ask for
You'd
their
have to
hand.
make sure you get
May
the
I
right
have your hand? I'll show you.
You see, they nod and they say something. Although I have no fear about the strength of the ship. I served 3 legs in Camelot.
And then I'll-
north on this vessel.
Come on.
My
Sorry.
I'll keep that for later. And then I'm gonna read
Much
face
more
to
to
keep
go.
him connected to me while I'm doing that.
Yeah, sure thing. Whose
Would
fey
I
you
be
read?
able to share the vision?
We'll do a
Or the
closing
word.
check. Whose fey you read?
The captain's. As a
Yeah,
Demonstration
no,
that I-
let's go. Give us an occultism check.
oh god.
The flat DC passes.
That's a 22.
You read the captain's fate. You see. Usually you'd get a word. You see, in this case, you don't get a word. You see another vision briefly, and you see a great tree falling and landing. As you see, as you let go, you see he looks a little confused and he says, "I saw something indeed." Well, very well. If you have concerns, I think the best way to address them is on the deck. We'll do an immediate check, make sure nothing is out of order.
Okay.
Wonderful.
You're going to keep stressing out everyone?
Yes.
On your ship?
You see, he rises and you see Mr. Arrow's office is one of the smaller off rooms here. Knocks on the door, brings him along the way as they head out to the deck. As you see, he says, "Mr. Arrow, I'd appreciate if we could do the usual tests we would do tomorrow. We could bring them forward today, the usual things, leaks, lifeboats, that sort of thing, just to check to make sure it's all above board." And you see, he says, "Certainly, sir." And you see, as he turns, can you all give me a perception check? See who else sees it.
20, 30.
29,
22.
22.
9.
Big B. You and Mr. Arrow, both eyes go out, a particular point on the horizon, and see just a glint of light.
Okay. What is it, dark now? Or?
No,
What colour is the light?
It's sunset. There's a little, just like a reflection of something.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like it's in the sun's like supposed to be.
Yeah,
that
sun's
way or
behind you. You're looking that way, and you see.
Is it a flash of green?
It's not a flash of green. No, it's just a
something.
reflection
It
of
might be
light.
a signal from another ship.
Or it's
And you
bounced off the
see
telescope.
Mr. Arrow quite immediately points it out to the captain, and you see that again. Another flashlight. Flashlight.
Like in different spots, or is it just the one?
Like
just again and again and again.
So
Like a Morse code sort of thing?
Not quite quick enough for a code, and just about 4 or 5 seconds between them, and then it stops, and then you see just where it was on the distance a ship heading for you.
Oh no.
I think we have company.
And you see Mr. Arrow and Schmoller spotted as well, and they're quickly exchanging, very quick kind of maritime, so you don't quite pick up on none of you kind of trained in that area. As you see, the enemy seems to be saying, "Bring us about! Canvas up!" And you see the ship kind of slows down on a turn, and you see Snorlax pulls out a spyglass from his coat and looks over. And you see he says, he says, "They're flying colours. They seem to be from Seraph. Seraph is one of the other countries. You can see the map here." You see, he says, "Arrow, your semaphore's better than mine." And passes him the spyglass. Arrow looks over. You see, he says, "They're bearing news from the south. Something about the White Tower falling. Sounds like the ships have made port. Panicked news. That seems to be the summary." You see, he closes the spyglass. There's a tense moment between the two. They don't say anything. And then the captain looks to you, and then to you, and then back to the ship, and says, "We'll send them back a signal. We need any news for that. We're going that way. As you see, Mr. Adam turns and makes a public announcement. There's a ship coming. We need to signal them for news. They'll be coming close, but not too close. Slow us down. Don't draw anchor. All that sort of stuff. Someone breaks out some semaphore flags. They send over some signals back.
May I have? I'll ask.
Yeah. Smollett during this is quite quiet. Arrow is yelling at you. He's just saying. It seems like he's.
I have a quick look in that spyglass.
You see, he kind of takes a measure of you for a second and says, "Yeah, sure."
I'll have a look.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can notice any imperfections or anything about the flag to see if it's suspicious.
Give us a perception check. You see a thin black cruiser. Definitely, this used to be a warship. It's quite slow but strong. This thing, would be the faster of the two of you and a bit more.
But this used to be a warship too, so that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Oh, that's a 25 in perception.
25 is pretty good. 25, you look over. Flag checks out. It's what you understand to be the kind of thing you see on trade ships from Seraph. Serap's a big port. That's what Mistclap is. So you'd be vaguely familiar. 25, it all seems to check out. Nothing.
Does the uniforms seem to match what would look like a normal uniform or anything?
Thereabouts. They're all dressed in kind of the same, just like sailor blue as they are from what you can see from this distance.
Cool. I'll hand the spyglass back to.
Yeah.
Thank you. Can never be too safe.
You see, he nods knowingly. He puts it back in his coat pocket, and his hand kind of drifts over to his side for a few moments as he stands watching the ship. The ship's getting closer and closer. Does anyone have anything they'd like to do while the ship's approaching?
I would like to just make sure my line sight is at my side.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, can I have my shield at my side and my hand on my sword?
And I'll just load my crossbow as well. Just make sure it's ready to go.
Yeah.
I have it on my back.
Hand on sword,
Scythe there.
shield out.
You see, when the ship is about probably 500 meters away, so 1,000 feet or something like that, you see the captain kind of stays on deck watching it approach. And, this takes a matter of 10 minutes or so. You see, he says, it's moving rather fast still. And you see Arrow kind of furrows his brow a little and says, it's a thin ship, it might slow quick. And after a moment or two, this intense, you can see the crew kind of slowing down their work, watching this thing getting closer. It's close enough you can see it with your naked eye. Thin ship, dark, painted. Flag at the top looks fine. You see people scurrying about on deck. As you see, just waiting, and then at the very same time, Smollett says, no, something's amiss. Boom! As you see what looked to be the side of the ship falls away in canvas and a number of cannons pointed towards you as it hurriedly tilts to its side. The colours are drawn and up comes a black flag. Pirates. You see the shot of the cannon flies out and strikes your ship's main mast, which falls down and lands on the captain, pinning him against the stairs. As Mordred, you do not see the mast, but a great tree fall.
Yeah.
As it slams him against the stairs. Cries go out, people are moving about, the ship is coming in hard and fast towards you, cannon fire going. What would you all like to do? Ship's about 500 feet.
I'd like to help the captain.
Yes.
Yep, you gotta help the captain. Arrow is already there, arms around. This is this is a mast that's about yay big. It would take 6 people and pulleys to get this moved.
I could
I was gonna say
telekinetic maneuver.
I was gonna do the
Quite
same.
possibly. What's the wording on that? What's the
You can
weight?
attempt to disarm, reposition, shove, or trip the target using a spell attack roll instead of an athletics check.
Yeah, and what's our target?
The wood.
The wood. The mark.
In the spell, what is the target shape?
It just says a target.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Drop the
one
spell.
creature.
One
There you
creature. There we go. So that won't work on this piece of a piece of wood.
Okay.
You can use that instead of like a lifting chuck. So I'll let you do that. So you're going to use that. It's effectively only as strong as like one strong person.
Does the captain look conscious?
Just.
Okay.
The captain is trapped. Someone.
Yeah.
Arrow, help us.
I'll athletics attempt to
Yeah.
move.
You're doing athletics. You use that spell, so that'll just count as succeeding on an athletics check for you, Chris. Big B, what do you do?
I'm calling out to more people to come help.
Yeah, awesome. You see the elf woman from earlier runs over. grabs a piece. You see several other dock workers coming. Mr. Arrow starts trying to. Mr. Arrow goes, and 3, 2, 1, heave, and goes to pull. Can I get checks from people who are doing
Natural one.
it? Your hands just fully off.
Yeah, mine's only 11.
11. You see a spray of salt water falls on the thing from a wave against the ship into Smollett's wounds. He calls out in pain, and the thing does not budge at all.
Oh god.
You see, he stammers out, "No time!
Can I?
Man the guns! Arrow, leave the captain. You run the ship. You're the captain now."
You see, he looks to you. He looks to Smollett. Smollett is not getting words, and he says, "All right," and begins calling out orders. "You two on the guns, round the turn, pull the ropes, down, this sort of thing." What is everyone doing as the ship is closing in 200 feet away?
I want to help the captain.
But what do you do to help the captain?
Yeah, how many people have we got now?
Yeah.
Like,
Are there quite a few
around
here,
us?
or are they all going now?
Lots of them are running off.
Okay. Where is the captain pinned?
On this set of stairs right here.
Like, no.
This mask-
Where in their body are they pinned?
Oh, like they're in
can I
triangles.
make an architecture law to see if there's something I can take apart that's underneath the captain?
Absolutely. It is an architectural.
Can I help with
I was
that
going to
check?
chop the captain in half, but I'm thinking that probably isn't
Look,
helpful.
it would work.
21.
You look
I'd
around.
amputate his legs, but it's
These
also
are seats.
the trap.
The
Yes.
mast is pinning the captain, and then there's a little way above this railing here. If you knocked out these stairs, he'd probably fall on the deck, and the beam would get caught on this top part of the ship,
Okay.
and he'd probably be free.
Alright.
Let's knock out those stairs.
Yeah, I'll wedge my I'll get underneath the stairs,
Mhm.
and then I'll wedge my lion scythe
Mhm.
up against the stairs and try to.
Love it.
And
give
should I
us-
try and like kick the, I don't know, any supporting beams?
Yeah,
out?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, give us an athletics check. You can do another architectural check if you like.
Yeah.
The world's most useful skill. Ship is 100 feet away at this point.
It's a 25.
25 for me too.
Oh,
225. You actually call out for people to get out of the way. You see for a second the elf woman says, "What the hell are you doing? Brilliant!" And she gets it just as you knock the nails out of the top of the stairs. Stairs slam down there. He takes a fall onto the bottom of the deck. The beam continues to fall, but gets caught on the top rung of that, because obviously that's higher than the deck floor. It wedged like that. He is down on the ground. In the collapsed stairs, he's broken a lot of bones, missing a lot of blood. He's still not going anywhere, but he is no longer wedged there.
Okay.
Ship is 50 feet away at this point.
Yeah.
Seems to be just looking to slam along your side.
Alright.
What are we doing?
Does
Will he probably be safe here just for
yeah,
now?
it's,
I mean, he's not going to die.
Yeah.
yeah, like he's stable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll stabilize as an action just in case just to close up any wounds so he
Yeah.
doesn't die further.
Yeah. For sure.
And
You're
also-
stabilizing.
We'll be back for you soon.
He doesn't seem like comprehensive.
Okay.
What are people doing? Ship is 50 foot away.
Get the map from...
I'm getting my my
Yoink it.
crossbow. out.
Yeah.
Yoink it from his coat pocket.
Do I see the map?
He's got his coat pocket there. You can just
It's my
reach in and
range.
grab the contents of his pocket.
Mordred wouldn't. Mordred wouldn't.
Am I there?
Yeah, you're all there.
I'm
What's the
reaching
deal?
in.
So, Billy, you grab,
Um,
you pull out your half of the map that you had, another similar bit of paper folded in half, and a golden spyglass.
Oh, nice.
They're going in my pockets.
You grab them.
Good idea.
The paper is slightly stained with his blood.
Yeah.
Ooh.
To be expected.
I'm going to take a pot shot at. Actually,
Should I put
I
some
might
combat music
do. I'm going to devise a stratagem.
on? No,
Mhm.
that's...
Target
Yeah.
Targeting whoever seems to be manning
of this ship or the enemy ship.
the
Enemy
enemy ship.
ship.
You look over, you see this leaf black ship about to just bump into the side of you. Number of what are very clearly pirates as they throw off these raggedy blue coats and have armor underneath, daggers and swords and that sort of thing, leering over the deck like hungry dogs waiting to jump aboard once they're close enough. And you see in the middle of them one man stands head and shoulders above the rest, kind of an older look to his face, terrible scars all on his forehead, back and forward. He looks to be in charge. Number of gold teeth.
How many legs?
2 legs.
Yeah.
1 hand. He's a hook for his left hand. Doesn't wear a red cape.
Oh my
I-
god! It's...
Okay, so I might take
Oh
a
my
pot shot at
God.
him then instead of the.
I'm waiting for them to get 30.
In fact, sorry, I'm going to retcon that. He has a club for his left.
Ah.
I'm waiting for them to get 30 feet out.
Lovely. They're 50 currently. 30 feet will be... They'll travel that in their turn to strike the ship by the look of it. But you can hold an action.
I'll hold an action.
Mhm.
I'm going to stand on the edge. So as soon as... Or I'm going to stand on the deck.
You're standing on the deck.
So as soon as this leering collection...
You're on here. Ship is going to come in and strike your side that way.
I want to be where I can get
Thank you very much.
all the ones who are currently on the deck as soon as they, on that rail, hit 30 feet.
Yeah, sure thing.
Thankfully for the hero point.
Awesome. So I'll put you somewhere. I've got a map. I'll throw up in a second.
So I'm concentrating on a full action harm.
Is it a 3 action? Harm?
Yes.
Love
So 30 foot.
Is it? Yeah.
All living creatures.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to load up the map. We'll
Yep.
describe the
Yep.
combat.
I don't want
where
any
you
of
are.
our lot within
You've got
that.
time to prep.
I'm quite happy to
Easy,
stand
easy.
there. I don't want that. So I would give them time to go. I don't want
The
them in the
Hispaniola,
zone.
slow, ready, not able to move out of way in time. This sleek, thin hunter
Yep.
slamming into the side of it against reflex save from all of you not to fall over, as the whole ship is not like.
Would I have gotten my pot shot off before that?
Oh, you can take your shot.
Oh my
yeah, for sure.
god.
I got a 24 for that.
Lovely, that'll hit. Give us damage real quick.
11.
How far away is this other ship now?
50 feet, but it's about to strike.
6 damage.
6 damage. Lovely. Anything from you, Chris, before it hits?
I'm gonna prepare. Can you pre-prepare spells or preload spells with
Yeah,
this?
you can hold action. How much did you say? Sorry, Justin.
6. Yeah.
6. Lovely. So the two ships striking each other. Your ship is not like 10 whole foot to the left, like huge move, 45-degree floor, water flying up
Before
everywhere.
it hits.
Yeah.
When it gets within sort of like maybe 25 feet of
Mhm.
us, can I cast Scorching Blast?
Absolutely. So same as Emma, you'll get that reaction. But here we have the two ships. Hispaniola over to this side, the pirate ship striking you on the stern across this way. You see, as they do, ropes are thrown, grappling hooks, gangways go down. We'll do the reactions first. So
Okay.
Sibylla and Drizella. Drizella, you can go first.
So
Where
I
would you
would.
like to be standing first of all?
So I would want to be standing where. So it's
Pirates,
a
pirates,
30.
pirates,
It's a
big pirate.
30-foot
Mhm.
emanation.
From you?
Yeah.
Lovely. I think I know exactly where to put you then. Feats.
I wouldn't. I'd want to get as many of them as I can for as little collateral damage as
Yeah, for
possible. But if I hit any of our people, then so be it.
I mean, the gangplanks sound like a good thing because they're all going to be queuing up to get across them.
So if you're right on the edge here,
Yep.
you can get everybody, pretty much. And all you have in is Big B.
That's fine.
Big B, who has to be out close for range. Oh, actually, sorry, Sibylla,
Got
you might be in...
120 feet range. So
Oh, you're probably... Oh, you're good then. Sorry, you can be way back with the captain stuff if you like.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Awesome. Yeah, no, you're good. Sibylla, you'll need to be somewhere along the edge of the boat as well. If you've got 20-foot range, you'll hit them with
Yeah. I'm planning to do something pretty similar to Emma.
Cool.
Okay.
What's your area of effect?
30 feet.
30 foot. What's the spell? Scorching Blast?
Correct.
Nope, not one I have. 30 foot. Is it emanation, does it say? Or cone? Or just one target in 30 foot?
You can blast targets within 30 feet. So all targets. Somatic?
I don't get air around you for the end of your turn. Blast. You can blast a single. Oh no, blast targets from 30 feet.
Mhm.
By spending a single action.
My-
Wow, that's really cool.
I sort of picture
Yeah,
it
I
being
think that
like
just
a
hits
cone
every-
sort of thing, yeah.
It looks like it's 30 feet, so it looks like it's the same thing as Emma's doing, just anyone in 30 feet. you
That's
pick.
sort of what I
Yeah.
thought.
Wow, so you two can be right up next to each other if you like,
Yeah.
because you're both going to be in each other's
You
area
hurt
of
me,
effect
I'll hurt
anyway.
you. You know.
Yep.
That's so fun. Alright, awesome. 30 foot there as well. Bam! Oh, those pirates are having a bad day. Merida, who's
Picked
Merida?
up wrong shit.
Yeah, they were ready to jump over and thing it. Alright, so let's.
Can I?
Yep.
Can I do something?
Yeah, absolute reactions. You could have prepared for this strike.
Can you show me a 10-foot radius blast?
Blast is in
Oh,
cone.
sorry. Radius. Circle.
Radius? Emanation?
Yeah.
10 foot gives you that.
Oh, that's not very big.
No.
Can you put it on some enemies?
You can get 3. Not quite 3. Oh, hang on, sorry. You can get those 3, or you can get like those 3. If you want to hit, you get these 2 up near the steering wheel if you wanted to.
I'll get those 3 there if that's possible.
These 3?
Oh no, this. Yep, that one.
Yep.
After these 2 let theirs off, I'm gonna cast a calm spell,
Oh, lovely.
so they've got to all make will saves.
Alright, cool. Let's do the damage ones first. So,
Okay.
Gisela, Sibylla.
Yeah, I'll deliver.
So I do.
Is
So-
it everyone gets the same damage?
Yeah, everyone gets the same damage. What's the save for that, sir?
Fortitude
Fortitude save for you. We'll do Emma's first. So we'll put one-
against DC 20.
Fortitude. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is that 4 or 5?
Sorry, 4 of one type. One of them's got a difference.
Okay. Sorry.
2, 3, 4. DC 20, you say?
Yeah.
Fail, pass, fail.
Okay.
And the big guy who looks to be in charge.
So just a straight pass, not critical pass.
No critical passes, no critical fails.
Okay.
Fail from the big guy as well. So failures take.
No damage on a critical success, half on a success.
Yeah.
And it's damage on a fail, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just straight damage.
Yeah.
So it's 11 on a fail, so that would be 5 for the one with the success.
Wow. So 11 damage to 3 of them straight up. What
Yeah.
does your harm spell look like?
A Drizella's harm spell. She just stands there and she just lifts her arms up, and just this huge sort of black wave of sort of the sort of the vapors. Like you've tapped all the bad vapors out of all those people that you've healed. It's just released en masse. So if any of them are undead, they happen to get healed, but there's certainly no
None of them
intent to
are
that.
You do catch.
You need
the-
a
you do
fortitude
catch
save.
Dr. Livesley in that as well.
Yeah.
As well as Mordred. What's the range on your spell? I know it's a 10-foot area. What's the range?
120 feet.
Cool, you're out of it then.
Is Big B in my range?
No, he's not.
Okay.
Crit fails double damage.
Crit fails double damage.
Ooh,
Crit
you
tails
see-
22.
You see behind you, Dr. Lively, the nervous thing, takes an absolute walloping, goes from full health to badly damaged pretty quickly.
Oh, I
roll
love
it.
see.
Ah!
Do I need
Falls
to
to
roll a
his
save
knees.
as well?
You will need to roll save. Yes.
Yep.
Could you not have moved those that way a little bit?
No,
Oh,
no,
it comes
they've
out.
got to be right together because they're both doing the same effect.
What save am I doing?
Fortitude.
Fortitude.
Oh, 15.
I think
So it's a straight fail, so that's
straight
11.
fail, so 11 damage. Alright. And then, Sibylla, what's the saving throw on
It's not a saving throw, it's an attack roll.
Oh, awesome. It's one
Spell-
attack
spell
roll.
attack, and I rolled a 27.
I think that'll hit all of them.
Yep.
Yeah, that hits every single person.
And me.
And you. That's an incredible good. What's the spell called?
It's called Scorching Blast, and the good
Oh, it
thing
is a
is
good one.
it only takes one go.
Yeah.
So how much damage did you say I took?
11.
11. Thank you.
That's alright.
How far is Sibylla away from
Can
me?
I actually just check the rules on that Scorching Blast real quick? 'Cause I just want to check that hits everyone, because that sounds very... 5 times?
Yeah.
No! Yeah, that's all. Cool. 2d8 damage to everybody.
That's incredible.
It's a pretty shit roll. I only got 5.
That's alright. Still plenty of damage, so 5 damage to
Yep.
you, Emma. 5. Wow. Pirates straight up are looking a little bit rough. What does that look like, Sibylla, do you reckon? Just like a wave of fire?
I think just like a petrol canister exploding.
Love.
Smoke everywhere. How will the fire affect the timber ship?
There are fires everywhere, and that's going to be on the map. You can see a couple of them spring out. Mostly the ship's going to be... So it's only 5 fire damage. Cool. So
Yes.
ship has a hardness score of 15, so you need to do at least 16 fire damage to catch it. So
Yeah.
it just kind of like it like
Smoulders a bit.
smolders the wood a little, but doesn't take anywhere. If you know
Okay.
what I mean. Unfortunately, Doctor Livesley gets caught in that last two. He's on 2 hit points. He is really not looking good.
What's he doing on top of the deck?
He
Can I have
just
a-
happened to be there.
Can I have a free action to shout at Livesley? I would suggest you return to the library and maybe get a bandage.
Absolutely. All right, and Mordred, you've got that 3 action card. Is that a
Yeah,
will save?
will saves.
All right, wonderful.
DC 20.
DC 20,
Yeah.
3 will saves. 2 of them make it, 1 of them does not.
Alright, the 2 that make it will have -1 on their attacks.
Awesome.
And the one that fails can't use hostile actions.
Awesome. Is that a condition at all, or is that just description?
Any emotion effects that would affect the creature are suppressed, and the creature can't use hostile actions.
All right, no, cool. That's just a thing. That's fine.
So that's a minute. It can't take any hostile actions.
That's why. Do they repeat the save at all?
Nope.
Insane. Oh, that was the big item.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry. That's okay.
Yeah, and Mordred will just say, "You don't need to fight." And obviously, it
Oh,
won't.
Mordred.
Yeah, you see the main pirate. Okay, so this main pirate, right, really tall guy, this woven black and red leather armor, big massive club for a hand, kind of older face, scars all over his forehead, where it's been knife fights and that sort of thing. Gold teeth, ratty manged beard down to his belly, who goes, "Lads, we don't need to fight." And won't take hostile actions for 2 minutes because fuck me, I guess. I love that. That's fantastic.
I love that spell.
Does that not end on any condition? No. All right, cool.
Like, it doesn't end if
I mean,
shoot him
it's like
again?
a very high risk.
Oh, it's sustained.
yeah,
Cool,
yeah.
cool,
I've got to
cool.
sustain it too.
Wonderful. It's not
Does it
just
end if
one.
I shoot him?
No,
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
it doesn't. Though.
It doesn't?
No.
No. If the target is subject to hostility from any creature, it
Okay,
ceases to be effective.
Oh, my
Don't
apologies.
hurt it.
So it's like turned.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Can I ask a question, Galen?
Yeah, for sure.
In this game, is there weaponry? Like you mentioned cannons.
Mm.
Is gunpowder weapons exist in this world?
Oh yeah.
I don't think so. No.
Oh,
I think
thought we-
we're
I thought
not
we
playing
agreed.
with the guns and gear rules, so
Oh
probably.
no, that's right. We did.
This map's got the ships having
Magical
like
cannons.
ballistas and stuff. If you're interested, so the enemy ship seems to have these giant like ballista type things, being crossbolts on them.
Yeah.
Your ship, there was a mention of a what was the term I used? Powder.
Yeah.
Powder hand. Powder hand. You would actually know as a witch. Powder hand doesn't load cannons. Powder hand casts spells through cannons. So someone on this is someone on this ship is a battle mage.
Ooh. Oh, I know who it is. It's that elf.
Who's to say?
It's the rude elf.
All right, we're going to roll initiative. The way this is going to work is there's a couple of pirates for you all, as well as the big one, who may attack you, may attack someone else.
Or might just not attack anyone.
At the moment, won't be attacking anyone. And then the crew and that will also take actions, but there's more pirates on the ship than are on the map, if that makes sense. There's just only certain ones that are going to attack you. The rest will be dealt with by the rest of the crew. So, can I get you to roll initiative?
Just perception based?
Interestingly enough, no. You can roll if you prefer athletics, perception, or if you were casting a spell, I'll let you use a spell attack roll from Drizella, Sibylla, or Mordred.
It's the same as my athletics.
So basically, the spell attack modifier
Yeah.
will be on our.
Will be your initiative, yeah. Mordred.
That's a natural one
Mm-hmm.
for an 11.
For an 11, 11 drops to 1. Big B, how you looking?
25.
25, nice. Drizella, how you going? Sibylla, how you doing?
I'm okay.
22.
22, and initiative, thanks. You can use a spell attack roll if you like, since you started combat by casting a spell.
17.
17.
He's already made a statement saying that they've really
Alrighty.
makes sense.
I'll be going last, I'm sure.
Big B, you are... Big B, you see before your turn is the officers, so Smollett, Mr. Arrow, and the elf whose name you haven't caught yet. You see Smollett sits there writhing in pain. Mr. Arrow is going to use a triple action to give Navigator's Edge. You all deal an extra d6 with attacks. And you can add 2 to attack rolls. As you see,
So the extra d6 is the damage.
to damage,
Mm.
only with weapons though. Spells aren't affected, unfortunately. As you see, he yells out, "Give him no quarter!"
No.
You see, several of the deckhands and that also pulling out, clubs, simple weapons, daggers, and that, and getting ready to defend themselves. You see the elf looks over towards this ship, chuckles a little bit, and then points up to the sky with one hand, out with the other, as you see a bolt of lightning flies from the clouds into her hand, and she rains lightning down the other deck.
That's
She would be
so
the battle
cool.
mage.
Very sick.
She's what ships have instead of cannons.
I like it.
Just firing
Storm.
lightning.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
storm from it.
Do you know what happens to a stone when it's struck by lightning?
This happens to a pirate if it strikes like lightning. Same thing that happens to everything else.
Oh god. Yes, big, clear, just lightning bolt from a clear sky, boom, flies out, hits one of the pirates, sends them 30 foot off the back of the ship. That's the officers. Bigby, that's you.
Okay, I will.
So you are here.
Mhm.
Pirates all along here. They haven't had a chance to move yet.
Does that one look like it's going to come over?
They all look like they're coming.
Yeah,
You see
okay.
they're all grabbing ropes, and ready to swing across.
Is the captain?
I want to protect the
coming
captain,
across,
so
or
I'm
are they-
gonna.
He looks like he's going to hang across. Yeah.
I'm going to devise a stratagem on that guy.
Yep.
The one further to the back. Yeah.
Furthest to the north. Lovely.
And then take a shot with my crossbow.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, sorry. So this guy and this guy furthest north, furthest south. This guy's at the steering wheel. He doesn't look like he's going anywhere. These two are manning guns, so they don't
Okay.
look like they're coming over here. But getting rid of them would help you out.
Yeah, I'll definitely still do that.
Cool. Go ahead.
Okay, so that is a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
So you said it was an extra +6 damage?
Yeah,
Oh,
D6, extra D6 damage, and you add 2 to hit.
Oh, okay, so then it was actually a 20. What did I say? 22?
So 24, so still just a hit.
Yeah.
But yeah, plus 2 to hit, and D6.
Oh, I'm so sorry, G. I forgot to use my oracular warning, which gave +2 to everyone on initiative.
Awesome. The only
That's a free
7,
thing that's
8,
triggered.
9. Well, that puts Drizella above that pirate, and Sibylla above that pirate. Cool, that does change the board a little bit. You're still down the bottom, unfortunately.
Yep, and you also get 2 temp HP. I forgot about that because it's not showing up properly in my app.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
And that's 14 damage.
14 damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
I rolled as well.
You see, you line up, you hitting them with your crossbow.
Yeah.
You see, you go over, you shoot a crossbow. Crossbow strikes them into the shoulder, and so they pull it out, and you see them go, and then start moving their weapon towards you, which is a giant ballista. So
Oh,
just
no.
a big fuck off crossbow
Yeah.
as they start looking to
You
aim
think
to
that's
you.
a crossbow? Yes, it's a crossbow. Shit. I'm
as-
going to try to take cover. I don't have to actually cover me with it.
uh,
Actually, no.
Hey, isn't it
I could
one
instead
to-
of reloading?
oh yeah, if you want to do that instead of reloading, you can reload from behind cover. You can't reload if you're dead.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Wonderful. You lunge for cover. There's plenty around. It's a ship full of stuff, so I'm happy to just say movement and find cover.
Yeah.
Awesome. You have the benefits of lesser cover, so I think that's. plus
Well, I figured I
2
could take
days.
cover behind a huge mast or something.
Yeah, there's lots. There's just tons of stuff around.
Yeah.
So you duck there. You grab effect. I think cover is in the
Because
effects.
then I can just reload as my first action next time.
Clumsy, concealed, confused, control, dazzled. Cool. Just remember you've got lesser cover. Right?
Lesser
So that
cover,
should
yeah.
be-
Sure.
All right, Sibylla, that's you next.
I'm going to do 2 spells.
Mhm.
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Caustic Blast.
Ooh, nasty.
30-foot area.
Mhm. Is that when you say area? Sorry, is it an emanation or a cone or?
Where would it say that? You fling a large blob of acid that immediately detonates, spraying nearby creatures. Creatures in that area take 1d8 acid damage with a basic reflex save.
What is the area? Oh, area is a 5-foot burst. Lovely. So 1 square. So you can hit 2 people who are next to each other if you like. So you could go for these 2 are charmed, so you break the charm there. You go for these 2.
Yep, done.
Awesome. So both of those make a reflex save.
Yep.
What's your save?
Uh,
Ooh,
Spell save DC. It's at the top of your spells.
It's probably 20.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying.
I'm pretty confident they'll.
So it's right at the top, next to where your it's got DC and then attack roll on your spell list at the top.
21 for you.
Yeah.
To get your spells. Right at the top.
It's just the way it's
Ooh,
showing.
why is it doing that?
Oh, because I'm using an iPad. It just,
That's gross, isn't it?
yeah. I know exactly what you mean because I had it like 5 minutes ago, but
Your attack's plus 10, so your spell save should be 20.
20.
Yes?
right.
Yeah. Cool. Either way, they rolled 15s, so middle of the road. So both failed. So give us
Normal
some
damage.
Which is
D8 acid.
that's 4,
4, lovely.
and then I'll also because I've also cast Scorching Blast
Again?
again.
Yeah, go for it. You can see Dr. Lives in the background hanging on by a thread. If you hit him, he will die. Just letting you know. You'll also now have got... no, they're the only other person in range.
This person, so
What are you doing?
it's the same spell I did last turn. The reflex attack.
Just give me 1 second. I just don't think that spell can be right. I've never heard of a spell that's that good. I feel like it's not quite correct. Where's my... Yeah. What did you say it was called? Scorching Blast?
Correct. It's a level 1 spell.
Yeah.
You evoke a mass of fire into the air around your fist. The remainder of the turn, you can blast targets within 30 feet by...
Is it just one target?
I think it's one
Yeah,
target.
it looks like it's one target.
It just says you can blast targets.
Yeah, I think it's an extra action to attack with each one.
Yeah, there's no way a
So you
one
can do
action
3
spell could.
actions
No.
to attack
So you can attack 3. You've got a massive... So basically, it's like having a flaming fist. So you can blast... So it's like having a
Oh,
napalm
I see.
gun.
It's got... Okay, it's in the tags that it's got. So it's got the... Evocation... No? Yeah,
It
okay.
is evocation.
So what it is it's 1 action to cast the spell.
Yes.
Then you can use your other 2 actions, 1 or both of them, to hit 1 other creature for that damage.
So you can't... It's not an area spell.
Oh,
so
it's a full turn type thing.
yeah.
So what you do instead is you go 1 action to turn it on, and then you can use another action to hit a target, another action to hit another target.
And does that only last for that 1 turn?
Yes.
That's why it's a 1 action spell.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought there was something.
So you can so if you move, you would cast it and hit 1 target.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't need to move, you can hit up to 2 targets if you use all your actions to do the spell.
Right. No, I didn't know. Well, that's the end of my turn then. I won't
That's
use it.
all right. You've got 1 other action there if you want, rather than just casting it and then not doing anything.
Do we have anything else I can do?
Oh, you've got
You could
lots.
do something. You could like try and.
You can try to bully them, make them scared of you.
Oh yeah, you
can
could
try
demoralize.
you can take cover if you want to be harder to shoot. You can just move if you don't want to be standing right next to Drizella.
Yeah, I might move.
Yeah. Would you like to move? So you're currently just here. Would you like to move away from the pirate side of the dock? Would you like to? You can cross the ship and get on the pirate side of it if
Yeah,
you
I might
want to.
just move further up.
Further up, like here-ish.
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome. All right. The first of the pirates is going to go. They are going to
Oh no.
use a boarding action. Moves double their speed, which is up to 50. Can't quite get to you. They are going to engage. Oh, they can get up to here, and then they'll go for you, Sibylla. Tough luck, unfortunately.
No, it's my character.
Was that one of the charmed ones?
Oh, what did you do?
Was that not one of the charmed ones? That
Each one of the charmed, so they have a -1 to it.
Oh,
Not
it's
the
that
full
charmed, not the pacifist.
Yeah.
If they're gonna do it,
The suddenly pacifist pirate.
Melee strike at the end of their... Yeah. Melee strike, so that's that one. Strike for that. What happened to your character, sorry?
Oh, I just have to reopen it again.
Oh, that's alright.
But yes, tell me what I...
24 to hit, which will
That'll hit, yeah.
that'll hit you. I can see your AC was 17, I think.
Yeah.
So that's just a regular hit, and that's going to do a little bit of damage. 10 damage.
Okay.
It's got one other action. It'll take, you see, as it comes in, swinging on this rope over and just swipes a sword at you as it goes past, and then comes back around again, dropping off the rope and throwing a dagger at you. For a miss on the second shot.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Drizella, that's you. Looks like all the other pirates are about to go after you, just by the by.
Yeah.
They seem to all be on ropes, ready to take that big boarding movement.
I'm going to... Which of the remainingly non-charmed pirates looks most dangerous?
Most dangerous?
Yeah.
Probably this guy up here with the cannon. Also with the ballista.
Yeah.
Or
So
down
I'm
here with the ballista.
going to move one move action, sort of. I want to be within 60 feet of the one on the top ballista.
You already are.
Yeah, no, I know, but I want to move really.
You got 25 foot of movement, so you can come. This.
I want to move up towards Mordred, but remain within 60 feet. Can I do that? So if I'm over towards Mordred, can...
You sure can. I'm not sure you have enough to move there in one movement.
We're just in that general sort of...
25 foot gets you to here.
Yeah, that'll do.
Big thing of fires. You can cut through the fire, we'll get you to the other side, but you'll have to...
That's fine, that's fine.
Awesome.
I'm going to Divine Lance at the guy on the ballista.
Aiming it right at Bigby. He's taking some cover, but still aiming it at Bigby.
Yeah, no, I'm going to try and Divine Lance the one
Let's go.
at the thingamajig first. So that's 22. Is it attack or a spell attack?
20 spell attack hits.
So on a hit, so that's spirit damage.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever spirit damage might
It's a
be.
new name for good damage.
Good damage.
Like radiant damage.
Oh, okay.
Holy, unholy, and...
So that is 8.
8. He is still up, but looks very sore.
That's fine. And so I've moved as my... So that's 2 action. Want to move.
Move, spell. Awesome,
Yeah.
that's you. Alright, pirates are going to go.
Oh no.
Going to be quite a few attacks against people. You see, the furthest south one of the ballista shoots out one of the dock hands. They don't survive.
Oh.
One of the charms...
Dead, no stabilizing.
Oh, they're hit with a ballista in the stomach and they have 6 hit points. They're dead. You see the pirate officer, he says, we don't need to fight everyone. We've come for their gold. They'll give it to us willingly, I'm sure. Won't you?
Of course.
Really? Bring out the gold, and then we can stop killing you. And just kind of
It's like
motions
if
you
Mordred
to
was a pirate, this would be...
Mordred just makes friends with everyone. We just trade our gold.
one of the other pirates is going to come up
Just
to
try and
you.
look required.
Imagine
Getting
Mordred
something
robbing a bank. Give me your money. I don't have any. Okay.
No. Give me your money. I don't have any. Oh, here's some just in case.
20 to hit.
Give it back.
Drizella,
Hits. Sorry.
and 12 damage.
How far is Drizella away from me?
20 foot exactly.
Let me just check the range on something real quick. It's 30 feet. Take your damage for you.
Oh, Sibylla. No, can't get to Sibylla. Can get to Mordred. Mordred attack against you. You see one of them swings on a particularly long rope, flying it over. Going at you with a cutlass as it swings towards you. 25.
Yep.
They're a bit pokey, these parts. Hits towards you, 16 damage. As they swing into you. That is... Yeah, alright. Then goes for a dagger attack, which is going to be... It's a 26.
Yeah.
They're rolling well. 6 more damage.
So what's that in total? 20 damage in total?
Yes. 22 damage in total.
Damn.
From 2 attacks then.
Alright.
Alright. 2 more pirates. Another one swings on also at you, Mordred. You're the only one in range.
I didn't get my shield up in time.
Oh, the captain's saying, let's not fight. Yeah. We don't need to kill them, boys. They'll just give us the money. Boys?
But it's just funny that she's the one that convinced everyone not to fight. They're just like, okay, let's
13.
kill this one.
No.
And misses on its big, heavy attack.
Good.
Just it swings at you and just is a bit too far to the left. Comes back around behind you with a dagger for 20.
Doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit.
No, I've got AC of 22.
Wild. Misses.
Out the shield.
Yeah.
All right. Big B, the guy on the ballista's going to go for you.
You should. Okay. So with the take cover,
Yep.
it says here +4/+2. I assume I get the +2.
You get +2.
Cover.
If you take another action, and that can be the
Then I've
next
got
turn,
+4.
the same turn, 2 turns from now, then you're up to +4.
Cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I like it. It's like you duck behind and kind of get yourself comfortable.
Yeah, that makes
so
sense.
+2 on your AC equals
21.
21. Okay. They go 17.
Okay.
These things really hurt if they hit. You see a full ballista bolt. So, something like yay big, spearheads about, strikes in the wood next to you. But does not hit. Alright, that is all the pirates. Mordred, that's your turn.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not that many pirates. Well, there's a lot of pirates, but these are the only ones that we care.
Who's the hardest looking currently? Because I know the pirate captain's out.
Pirate Captain, they're all
Are there any that look?
about the same. Probably this one, it's charmed, but this one that's fine, Drizella, is probably the hardest looking. The next is probably the one directly in front of you.
I'll just target the one in front of me, and my first action, I'm going to cast Whispers of Weakness to learn its weaknesses and its lowest saving throw.
Wonderful. Lowest saving throw is will. It has no weaknesses.
Lowest is will. It has no weaknesses. Lovely. I'm going to raise my shield.
Mm-hmm.
After they tried to attack me, I block my shield up,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to use my third action to sustain.
Lovely. Sustain charm.
I also get +2 on my next attack against them.
Cool. That'll stack with what sort of bonus is that?
What do you mean?
Is that a +2 circumstance bonus?
Status bonus.
Awesome. Then that stacks with Mr. Arrow's move as well, so +4 total. Alright, back to the top of the order. The officers go. Smollett goes.
And now my fast healing is active. Sorry.
Wonderful.
Important condition.
Smollett goes. Oh God! You see Miss Arrow again. 3 action, take no quarter. So that gives you still that +2 and the extra d6 of damage.
Oh, yeah.
And Nightingale again, throwing off a shot. Does not manage to take out the Northern Ballista, unfortunately. That's still active. Alright. Big B, that is you. Chaos is going around. The pirates have boarded the ship, so once again, these are the ones who are engaging with you all that you're worried about. There's also, a bunch of pirates down the other end. Crewmen fighting everywhere. There's pirates getting stabbed. Someone gets thrown off the side, you see. The boat shudders and runs as there's another cannon barrage shot into it. What would you like to do?
I'm going to reload my crossbow with the first action and then take a pot shot at him. I'm not going to divide the stratagem this time, though.
Yeah, for sure. You still going for the ballista?
Still going for the ballista, yeah.
Love it. Absolutely love the battle of the crossbows.
Yes.
One of you is on a double base, the other is on a viola.
So that's 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Nice.
Just. They are actually also currently getting cover from their crossbow.
And that is 10 damage.
10 damage?
Yep.
They have exactly 10 hit points left. as you
Right through the eyes.
Don't kill them,
they are
baby!
lining up the shot with their, and then in their own eye, they are dead.
Nice.
Gunski.
Okay.
That's reload shot. You've got another action, I think,
Yeah,
if you want.
I'll just reload again.
Reload again,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Because I was going to take further cover. That's why I
Yeah,
didn't.
you can
decide
still
to
do that
stretch.
your next one.
But that's what I was taking cover from, so I won't.
Yeah, there's still one to the south, but it looks busy.
Yeah.
All right, Sibylla, that is you. You've got one pirate in melee range here. Big guy up here is still charmed. That's probably about it. You've got Mordred's got 2 on him, which is a bit challenging, or a bit of a target.
Sure. I think given there's one right next to me, that's probably the
Yeah, that's probably the smart thing to do.
yes. I'm just deciding which one to use.
How's your health looking, Mordred?
I'm about half. Actually, exactly half.
I'm going to cast Phase Bolt.
Nice.
I can't die though, I've got fast healing
So
active,
it's
so don't
a-
stress too much.
Attack roll.
Mm-hmm. Is it a ranged attack roll? When it says attack, does it say ranged?
No.
Cool. Just go for it then.
Can I just ask a little question?
Oh no. Yes, it is yes, it is a ranged attack.
Lovely. So you're just going to take 2 because you're firing at someone in melee range.
What does that mean?
You just subtract 2.
Oh, subtract 2.
Yeah, sorry.
From the attack.
From the attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because of my curse, I get a +2 status bonus to attacks. Would that also stack?
So status bonus won't stack with your other status bonus. Mr. Arrow's providing a circumstance bonus. Cool. Your other thing provides a status bonus.
Cool.
You only get 1 of each type.
Cool.
With the adjustments, 21.
21, that'll still hit. You walk in there, kind of, shuffle back a little. Some of this purple phase bolt, fire it at this pirate.
That's 13.
Ooh, that doesn't drop them, but they are right down on the line. They go from quite healthy to quite injured. As this, phase bolt just fires through them. Ugh.
So, with the Scorching Blast, can I do any damage to a single target with my 1, or will that?
No, you need 2
At
actions.
least
to this
two.
thing.
Alright, no, that's okay. Just thought I'd check that one.
Yeah, so that one probably doesn't work in combination with other spells.
So you said he's quite calm.
Yeah, he looks like he's only got a few points left.
Could I use an action just to whack him with my staff?
Absolutely, you can. Yeah,
Okay.
give us an attack roll.
Well, I'm going to use my hero point.
Absolutely, please do.
It's going to go anyway. So
So lose it.
Use it or lose it. Absolutely.
that was pretty shit
But
too.
you had 10, remember?
Yeah, I know. That's 14.
14 total.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that won't quite do it. You see,
Hang
you
on. No, that was 4.
Yeah.
So you add the 10 from your dice, and then you add your modifiers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
because it's a hero point one.
yeah, it's a hero point one. So
Oh,
hero
so
points.
it's-
Sorry, I just...
So it's a minimum of 10.
Yeah, so
so-
hero points are if the dice is less than is 9 or less. You
Oh,
add
okay. So 16's there.
16 still won't quite get that.
Yeah.
It's a lot closer. You swing up with the thing, they block it with their sword, give you an evil-looking smile as they are ready to take their turn next.
Fair enough.
They're going to return that attack. They go for a 28.
That's a hit.
Wonderful. What's your armor class? It's 17.
Oh, that's a crit.
I think that's probably a crit. Top left hand in the shield.
Oh, yes, 17. Yes.
17, so I'm afraid that's actually a critical hit.
Oh, God.
So that's going to be double damage.
Mm-hmm.
How many hit points do you have left currently?
25.
You see, they hit you for 20. As you
Oh, my...
see, you block up. They
Right, my
block
turn
your
has
sword with
changed.
one, and then they just stab down. You're a spellcaster. You don't have a lot of armor. They just hit into you.
Is she within 30 feet of me?
Yes, just. Yeah, exactly 30 feet.
No, I can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're getting attacked by 2 people.
Yeah.
No need to apologise.
They still have 2 actions left. They're going to go for a shove attack, seeing as you're right near the edge of the boat.
Oh, no.
What do you add to fortitude saves?
Winch overboard.
Top 9.
Plus 9.
Oh,
Wonderful. Okay. We're going to do this in the middle of the table. You're going to see them fly off the edge of the boat.
Yeah, but then she could be like hanging off the side. We don't know. We think she's dead, but then she's secretly like.
So you actually do get a reaction to grab a ledge.
Oh, okay,
so that's
yeah.
the full thing, and
Yeah.
we'll roll that sequence.
Yeah, cool.
If they roll a 9 or higher, Sabilla's going overboard. That's a 5.
I
Oh,
You see, they try to shove you, but you are too small. You duck out of the way as they miss. They angrily...
you're not tall enough to actually get over the matter. So.
Yeah, they push you just to hit the barrier. They've got one more action left. Oh, they'll go for an intimidation check. What do you add to your will saves?
10.
10? I don't think they'll beat that. They don't. In fact, they critically fail. So they try to intimidate you, but you know that they are at the edge of their rope. And
I
there's
thought
nothing
he'd go
they
just come over and kick me in the guts or something while I'm laying on the ground.
Drizella, that is you.
Of the two next to me,
The one with Sibilla is very nearly dead. The other one's a bit above half.
I'm going for the one that's a bit above half.
Mhm.
And I am going to grab onto it. And it needs to make a fortitude save, please.
Fortitude.
Yes, please.
Ooh. Oh, 20.
So that's a pass.
Mhm.
That's just a pass. In that case, it is enfeebled
Ooh.
for a minute.
Nasty.
Unfortunately, it now has scurvy. And its teeth start to get loose and it's feeling very achy.
Enfeebled one.
Enfeebled one.
Lovely. That's nasty.
Yeah, if it got a critical failure, it gets advanced scurvy at level 2. And it starts to get bleed damage and all sorts of
Can you
entertaining
quantify
stuff.
eating
What
a
vitamin is it sufficient that you get scared?
C.
Yeah.
Figure out the scene.
So that's 2 actions.
Lovely. Just hand.
Yeah.
Spreading.
And then I'm going
I'm pretty sure that's where the term limey is.
to
Yeah, and Tommy.
Yeah.
Pomegranate.
Oh, because they did pommy. Oh, it's pommy's well. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's English.
You've also got your stuff like intimidation.
get there.
poison,
Yeah.
You can
or
also
one action heal if you're near someone.
you can also move. Most things don't have an opportunity attack in this. You can push them if you like trying to disarm them. If I'm being unhelpful, please let me know.
No. I'm going to try to intimidate the one that I've just given scurvy,
Yeah.
who was also weakened in the first place.
Yeah, they're doing a hard time.
And I think I
I'll be
get
surprised if people-
a.
This person's teeth are
I'm
falling out.
trained in intimidation.
Lovely,
And I have intimidating glare
wonderful. That means you don't need to speak.
as a no. I just
Wonderful.
stare at them
Awesome.
with these slightly dead, reflective eyes.
Give us an intimidation check. With the enfeebled, which I'll pay out as making this even worse. Your DC is 15.
Okay. Meh.
Cool.
I'm going to hero point that.
Your point? Yeah, why not? Which towards the end of the night.
That's just rolled up a hill. That doesn't count. So that is.
Worst thing you can roll.
Oh, you know, it is. Yeah.
11.
11 plus, so 18.
18. That'll work. They become frightened one. Not
They're
fatigued.
enfeebled.
They're frightened. They've
they're
got all sorts of
frightened.
bonuses.
They've
They're
got-
currently subtracting 3 from all their attack rolls.
They've got a stack of
Oh,
stuff.
is that one of the ones that got hit by?
Charmed, enfeebled, frightened.
Yeah.
Their AC has dropped a lot. They are not doing well. Awesome. All right, it is the other ballista's turn. It goes for a shot. The pirate officer, once again, just kind of feebly goes, "Boys, we don't need to fight. It's fine. They're just going to give us the gold. The elf boy told me so." Can't take hostile action. All their shit is hostile. They're a pirate captain. Twin feint, sneak attack. They can do some really cool shit, you know. This guy can kill 2 of you in 1 action if they are in the right situation, but they're not going to be.
How was that you did? Just like
He's just taken the boss out of this fight. Alrighty, the one that's seriously weakened is going to go for a try. They're going to take a lesson out of their friend's book. They're going to try to shove you to the
Who
ground.
did the ballista attack?
On the south, it went for one of the crew
Okay.
and hit
Yeah,
a lot.
Oh god.
Crit
Another
success.
crew.
Another deckhand dead.
Oh.
That was one of the ones that was going to
Oh.
anyway.
No, it's down the other end. There's another ballista.
Yeah, no, the south.
They're just shooting all the
Yeah, no, I'm saying I'm hoping
all
the
these
one he
dudes
killed-
off the
The one
bottom.
he killed was like one that was going to mutiny anyway.
Oh.
Alrighty.
Maybe
If that's
not
going to happen,
mutiny.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
might happen.
Where are you getting
This
this
could be
from?
the mutiny. I don't know.
Alright, Drizella, how does a 23 sound?
Hit.
Hits?
Hmm.
Sorry, not to attack, sorry.
Oh.
What's your fortitude save?
Plus 10.
Plus 10. So that will hit. I'll just check it real quick.
Fortitude save.
Trip, lovely, yes, they're tripping you. So it's cool. You are not prone.
Okay.
I'm just going to take some stuff off your armor class, unfortunately. Prone. Prone, you're off guard, so you drop your AC by 2.
Okay.
As they then go in for their attack. Warning the trip. Does trip of the attack? It does. So it is minus there. Bam. How does a 14 sound?
Just hits.
Oy, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
8. As
Okay.
you see, they shove you down, trip, kick your foot out beneath you, sword down, and then they're just going to go for another sword attack. Ooh, that is a natural 20, I'm afraid.
Hit.
18.
Just down.
Oh,
Are you down?
18 exactly.
Oh,
Mordred, you see as...
Oh, can I use my
You
reaction?
certainly can, they're 20 foot away. As you see, they kick Drizella over, and just 2 stabs to the gullet. What happens? What does Mordred do?
I will take 6 of your damage.
So,
So you're still
leaves
standing?
me with 6. Yeah.
Um,
Oh no, that leaves me. Yes, it leaves me with 6.
wherever you were just about to get hit,
Yep.
Mordred starts bleeding.
Oh, just this big stab wound in the stomach. Awful.
There's a kind of golden thread that just reaches out and connects us.
Very cool.
That is
Alright.
very cool.
Mordred's pirate in front of you
Now
looks
I
a little
can't
bit
shield
confused.
Hmm.
But is going to go for it. You are near the back of the boat. They're
Oh.
going to try and push you. You're wearing armor at the moment, aren't
Yeah, I am.
you? That'll go well.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's
Um,
if you
what do you
fall
add to
off,
fortitude
it'll
saves?
Sink like a stone.
Plus 8.
Plus 8. 50-50 chance here. They also add plus 8. But luckily for you, they rolled a 2
Oh,
on their first try. They're going to go in for a second shot. 19. So they just fail. You see twice they just go bang, bang, but you stand there stood
With
as
my
a stone.
shield.
Shield up there, they cannot get you moved.
I'm like holding the spectral thread between Drizella and I.
They take one
my
try at an
God.
intimidation check, but it does not work at all.
Yeah.
Once again, they just yell out, "Give us the gold! Give us your treasure!" They are pirates.
Stop fighting!
I wish someone on this deck other than the officers would do something. Other than stand
Oh, they're
there.
all doing stuff. I'm just
Oh,
not
okay.
doing them on the map.
Oh,
So you see at the top of the order the officers go. So Smollett is like
Yeah.
calling out orders. You over there, get that one, get that one. The battle mage
Oh,
is just
okay, yeah.
launching attacks at the other ship. There's 8 or 9 just regular sailors fighting out with other pirates. These are just the ones that are affecting you. So just only like
Oh, okay, yes.
running that.
Yeah, fair enough.
But no, big fight. There's probably like 20 people on each side of this.
Yeah, okay.
All right, second pirate goes. They're going to try much the same thing. Let's check to knock you back a bit. 22.
No.
What do you add to your fortitude save, sir?
Oh, sorry, plus 8.
Plus 8, so they're trying to beat an 18. So they knock you back 5 foot.
Hang on, can I just check something real quick?
Mhm.
No.
So they knock you back 5 foot. Pirate then takes a movement action and is going to try to shove you again.
Oh, God.
If it hits you going into the drink. Oh, sorry, not hits again if they roll enough number. But they do not.
Oh, thank God.
They finish off with a 28 to hit,
Yeah.
and 8 damage. As you see, they again batter you. They get you back 5 or so foot. Attack with a knife, but then don't move you anymore. Mordred, that's your turn. Bigby, you're on deck.
God. Okay, so
Well, everyone's on
Pardon the
deck.
puns.
I'm gonna attack that one with my sword.
Yep.
With the bonuses.
Mhm.
Crap. Ah!
How'd you do?
Have you still got your hero point?
No, I don't. But with the bonuses, it will be an 18.
18 does it.
It does it?
Meets beats.
Oh, thank
You see
God.
go through, they angle your sword, blow away a little bit, but it still gets them in the shoulder.
I want you to know I don't usually do this. That's going to be 11 damage.
They are on death's door.
Um,
I'll remind you if you want to do non-lethal testing, you call it before you
yeah,
run.
I know. And then I'm going to raise my shield again and sustain.
Shield up, still sustaining the spell.
Yep.
Awesome. You see, again, the officers go smaller at this point, crawls up, pulls out a pocket crossbow, and takes a shot shakingly across the deck as they're like pulling themselves up the stairs. Mr. Arrow, again, just doing the drawn out quarter thing because it's good.
Yeah.
And again, Battle Mage switches over, drops the lightning, and just summons 2 fireballs in their hands. They're just launching little firebolts at the ship over and over again. The sailors doing that. You see the helmsman up the top of the ship, half orc, just holding this thing, trying to stop the ship from drifting away from the other one. Sweat on his brow. Bigby, that's you.
Okay, I am going to
Sweat on my-
take a shot at the one that's closest to Mordred.
Absolutely.
That's the one that's on death's door, right?
It's very nearly down.
And that'll be a 29 to hit.
Nearly. Oh, sorry, that crits 29.
Okay. So is that double damage?
Double damage, including modifiers, just add it all together and then double it at the end.
So that is 24.
Oh my god, that nearly would have killed it outright. You just shot in the back of the head. Mordred, you see this sailor you're fighting with just drops down.
Alright, and then I'm going to reload and take another shot at the other one.
Yeah, go for it. That
so
one, you
that
mean?
makes it- Where's the... Is it on the options?
You're looking for multiple attack penalty?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're going to add 5 less than you usually do.
5 less. Okay, yeah. So it's... Okay. Far out, I'm rolling well tonight. So that is 21 to hit.
Hell yeah, that'll do it. You're going for this one, the other one that was near Mordred?
The other one was near Mordred, yeah.
Yep, go for it.
Does dying condition increase by
And
1
that's-
every turn?
Yeah. I think
11 damage.
11 damage. Again, it's not down, but it is looking really rough, that one. You are very much winning here. Sibylla, that is going to be...
I was going to keep shooting at
No,
the
it's the
other
one
crossbow
that's-
guy, but I'm like, you guys are getting
that's on top of me,
smacked
that's
between the two of you.
Very,
it's like
very
I need to-
injured.
And you're
Yeah,
stopping
I
the
like
big
the
guy
sounds
from
of that.
getting shot. So if you go down, we're all...
So I'm going to repeat what I did before.
At least getting it to one person attacking you at once is probably something
Yeah.
good.
The
Like
phase
little-
bolt.
Yeah, go for it. That would seem to work pretty well.
I reckon
Don't
you should
forget
be
you're
able to
subtracting 2. Or you're subtracting 2 from...
So I rolled a nat 20.
Amazing. So that
Nice.
increases your degree of success by 1. So tell me what you rolled anyway.
So that would be, if I take away the 2,
Yep.
that's 28.
28, awesome. So that's definitely a crit.
Okay, so I double the damage.
Yep. So you roll all your stuff and then double it at the end.
26.
26. Incredible. Sometimes crits will have additional effects for spells. Doesn't matter too much now as they are dead.
Right. And with my additional
So much matter.
action,
Mhm.
I'm going to get the hell out of there.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
I,
Dirty
can I just
criminals.
go like, away, as far away as I can?
Yeah, for sure. So it's not on this map, but there's a hallway through here. You can absolutely just go and hide in there if you want to.
Yeah, I think I will. I'm like literally on death's door. I
Yeah.
need to just...
You run. I'll.
I'm the only one that's not.
Battles are no place for hobbits.
Hobbit.
You run through. The dead pirate doesn't get a turn.
Even though I'm a gnome, but yeah. it's the same.
I'm
You
going.
are prone.
Yep. So, can I take movement to stand?
Yeah, so it's one.
One action to stand, one action to draw my mace, and one action to smack him round the head with it.
Go for it. That
Remember, you get
ends
plus
the
2
charm effect.
for this attack.
Yep.
because of- What's his face? I love Mr. Arrow.
I love the
19.
Mr. Arius.
19?
Yes.
19,
That's
that'll do
so
it.
good.
6
6.
of the bludgeoning variety.
Wonderful. They're looking about pretty much bloodied at this point.
Stop with the murder.
At this point, I think the battle is over. 3, 4 of the pirates that are fighting you have died. You've taken out the crossbowers. The captain, the pirate officer, is unable to fight. You see at this point he clocks on that there's some sort of magic going on. And you see he calls, orders a retreat. You see he calls out, "There is a witch aboard! Take running! Take running!"
Can I, in reaction, just as
Yeah.
all this is happening, stabilize any of the unconscious pirates?
Yeah,
So we
absolutely.
can throw them in the brig?
If anyone wants to take reactions or anything like that, you're welcome to. They're running is what all the pirates' turns are going to be. It's just bolting off the ship, heading back aboard. You see Mr. Arrow comes up to you and says, "Good, give them alive for questioning. They will hang for this when we get back."
I will lay on hands so they can run as well.
Really? For God's sake.
You see they do. Mr. Arrow is a bodyguard. They have, so it's a, whatever it's called, they have opportunity attack is the short of it. So they, as they're doing, just grab the things on the head. How much lay on hands do you give them?
It would have been, I think it's like 12.
12?
Yeah.
To who?
To the pirate.
For God's sake.
He only deals 10. So he knocks in the back of the head, but it keeps staggering. And he says, "What'd you do that for?"
They were fleeing anyway.
You see he has
What are
more
we,
important
murderers?
things. No, but we need to know what they were doing here.
Well, there's still going to be one. That's only one that got healed. So,
So
Sure.
you've just healed the one that was near you.
So yeah, one that was near her gets healed. Gets stabilized, gets healed. So mark the spell.
Yeah. It's a focus point anyway.
Even worse. Tries to run, gets hit by an opportunity attack, but still manages to survive and runs off with a few hit points.
Okay.
You see the pirate ship pulls away from the Hispaniola.
We still have one in custody.
As they're running to get back onto the other side, the
Yeah.
two that are still moving,
Mm.
the one that's just bit. Is there a point as they're trying to get back across that gangplank that I can have both of them within a 15-foot cone?
No.
Primarily because Mordred's just healed them.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, and you know got killed, so
Yeah,
you
I'm
should go
pissed.
pissed.
I am totally pissed. In that case, as they run into their back,
Yeah.
they can do a reflex save if they'd like to. I think that's with disadvantage of some kind because they can't see it coming,
Yeah.
Yeah,
They'll have a
crossing
-2
gang.
penalty.
and they're casting it, and they're crossing a gangplank.
Yep.
So they've got no positive punch.
With
Sorry.
penalties, that's a 19.
If they
and a
crit
14.
fail, they
So they both fail. Okay, that's fine. I swear a lot as Mordred heals this one. Half of it's generated at them, and at least half of it's generated at Mordred, and then do 14 piercing damage.
That drops 1, the other still has 2 hit points.
Oh, and they get 1 persistent bleed for the next minute. As
it's
this
gonna die, but
huge out of my bag come this huge cloud of bone shards from previously chopped up and operated on people, like this
So is that
huge
got
great.
rid of the one that nearly killed you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the one that just died. It's 30
Thank
range.
God!
Yeah, it's
That's all
very-
I
if it's
know!
30 foot range, you can.
God!
As they're
Not-
falling.
The one that's
Right.
bleeding.
The one
you can't.
on the ship that's just died, you can. The one that's bleeding out will be too far away.
Okay.
You see the ship pulls away, leaving behind this one who's bleeding, grabs onto the edge, but just slips into the water. Churned, gone instantly.
Can I tell
sinking.
that that's what she's done?
Yeah, you can see it. I assume you stabilize them by magic, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
What does it look like?
I'd say with the stabilization, it probably looks like me, I don't know, like forcing their soul back into their body.
Like that. You see, even though they bleed out, they just suddenly go, and you see the blood just sinking
I'm
back
just
into
holding
them.
my hand out.
It's a big absolutely.
I want to go up to Drizzle. There we go. Well done. You can stop now. The fight is over. And try to turn you around, and then when you turn around, I'll pull up more shotgun.
you see Mr. Arrow, as you're doing that, shakes his head and says, "We'll leave it to question."
No, I thought she stabilized one that was already on the other side of the ship.
No, it's
Okay.
So that one's right. No, the one she stabilized the one. He stabilized the
You're
one.
so petty. Oh my god.
You can take a
They
pot shot
nearly
at them as
killed
they go.
her.
Yeah, I know, but
No, she's I
doing the
thought she
job.
stabilised bleedy guy.
No, she stabilized
The other one.
The one that you killed outright.
Fine.
'Cause she
You
can't
see,
stabilize.
in the aftermath of the ship, people run around, do medicine where they can. You see, most of the people are either dead already or okay.
I will
offer
try and
healing
get
word.
everybody within a 30-foot
Mhm.
around Mr. looking a bit peaky Livesing.
The doctor,
Yes.
yeah,
The
Doctor 2 hit points.
Doctor 2 hit points.
Yeah.
And I would do a 3-action heal
Awesome.
so 30-foot.
Yeah, do you want to roll the hit points for that?
Yes. So that's
I'm gonna rush down to the kitchen.
18
Does everyone
People are
like
gonna
to
be
continue for another 15 minutes or so?
Yeah, that's cool.
One other thing I'd like to do. before
So,
the session.
Just because we did
18.
2 turns there, mechanically.
Ooh,
with
that's
things
a
I did,
lot.
Could I use my fast healing to get full hit points?
But your curse will end because you didn't attack.
So that is
Isn't that how it works?
No.
No? How's your curse end?
My moderate curse, it activates
14.
fast healing, but I've still got the negative penalty to the attack unless I strike.
Right,
And
when,
yes.
when does that end?
When I refocus. Oh, it's got a that.
No,
that
it's got to have
yeah,
another
that's got to
condition,
have
otherwise
an
you just sit there and heal for
yeah. Let me double check how fast healing works.
14.
Cool. Lovely.
So that's everybody within 30 feet.
Cool, so everyone gets 14 hit
It
points.
doesn't say anything, but I'll say what it
I know you didn't.
Yeah, definitely check that.
I would
Yeah.
get Sibylla within. I would gather people.
Yeah.
I would gather people.
Awesome, so that's
14.
14 hit points to everyone. You see people heal where they can. 14 gets most of these sailors back to full. There's lots of thank yous going around. There's a general celebratory mood. You did a really good job. There are a couple of sailors who got killed and fallen over, but for the most part,
I'm loving the way you stabilise the pirates and not all the dockhands who died at the other end of the
You
ship.
see, as you do that healing trick, one of the pirates starts to get up and starts like sneak off below deck, and Mr. Arrow just grabs it by the collar and throws it against what's left of the mast and starts tying it up. The other pirates are wrapped in sheets. There's a copper coin thrown in the sheet, and they're thrown off the sides of the bodies, which you probably recognise as a traditional sort of thing. Very quickly afterwards, though, you see Mr. Arrow says, "You three know your way in a fight. Check the lower decks, see if there's any aboard."
Do we do a celebratory huzzah?
Huzzah.
Huzzah!
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 You got to do that after
Yeah.
a sea battle.
I would have tried to slip away, so the only person that knows that I actually did something of damage is Mr. Arrow, because I still want to be seen as kind of like just a humble little cook.
Yeah, sure. But he says to you, check the lower deck, see if there's any aboard. Go now.
Alright, we'll go.
You head down, you go for a look. You go through, nothing seems too out of place.
Oh, they probably fucking set free the guy downstairs.
Yeah.
No, Elf is still there.
He's still there.
But you see, in the cabin, just before the kitchen, what looked to be some sort of, what looked to just be a hull of the ship, has a cannonball has gone through, and you can see on the floor, bleeding out, Billy Owens,
Oh.
the man who invited you aboard.
What the hell's he doing there?
You see, it looks like he'd been secluded in a section of hollowed out wall, a smuggler's hold.
Oh.
And as you see he's been the hold's been blown open by the cannon. He wasn't hit by the cannon, though. You see in his back is a dagger. You see he's bleeding out. You see with his last words, you see he grabs at you and he says, "Beware, a one-legged fiend!" And then drops down dead.
Billy
Can I stabilize him?
Oh no, he's dead.
Oh. Okay.
You ruined the plot! Stop it!
Stabilize them all.
No. He's dying for when you rock up.
Oh, right.
He is choking through blood as
Fair
he
enough.
says this. You see a number of other crew are around, see this happening as he says, "Willing, no, the one-legged fiend!" And then passes
Who's got
away.
one leg? Which one?
We don't know.
That's the question, isn't it? No one you've seen. The elf has one leg, but they were missing a lot of other body parts. But no one else seems to be missing a leg on this ship. As he does. And I think we'll leave that there. It's 11.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
We'll pick that up next week with
That
the
was
mystery of the
so
one-legged fiend.
I'm
Hope you
much
enjoyed.
because I was